Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. It's good to have you with us. I am your host, Jim Masters. This is our nightly entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we do here to provide light, levity, and love, or as we call it here on the Jim Masters Show Live, levity. Yeah, that's right. That's a word we created a couple of weeks ago, and it was by accident when I just happened to say that word when I was saying love and levity together. Everybody fell in love with it, and that's what we use here on this show. We have amazing guests from all walks of life and fields of endeavor, from television and film, celebrity friends from Hollywood and Broadway, and also from health and wellness and science and inspiration and food and sports. You name it, we have it here for you on the show. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series we created 18 weeks ago, and we've done almost a couple hundred shows every single day. That's right, we're live 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific every single day, and this is fashioned like a television show. It's not a podcast. My background, if you're joining us for the first time, I'm a professional television and radio personality, host, presenter, journalist, actor, writer, producer, stage MC, voiceover artist, and narrator. I've been in television and radio for a long time, working with networks and stations, radio and television. Did a radio show for 18 years on iHeartRadio, host a lifestyle travel TV series on CBS affiliates, television news magazine show with my co-host Doug Llewellyn. We do that out of New York. Doug Llewellyn hosts the People's Court, of course. Worked for years on public television, PBS, and so much more. A lot of freelance work as well. So we created this show for some inspiration, some positivity, to stay connected with the fans, viewers, listeners all around the world. And we do have a global audience who watches this show every single night, and I really appreciate that. Or day, because we reach people in Australia, New Zealand as well, so we say good day to everybody down under. Our audience reaches the United States, Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, and it's amazing. I think the only places we haven't heard from yet are the Arctic Circle and Antarctica. So if you have any cousins in the Arctic Circle or Antarctica, give them a call, let them know we're on right now, and they can watch us. We also archive every single episode. We have just about 18 weeks of incredible shows, almost 200 shows or so, that are available for viewing on our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. I encourage you to check that out and subscribe. We would love that, and we'll subscribe to yours as well. Click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the content that we put on there. All the episodes of this entertainment lifestyle talk show series are there, but also other content is there as well, and it's all good stuff, all positive, cool stuff. Also some work from my professional work and career in television and radio and multimedia is there for you as well. How's everybody doing at the time of this broadcast, which is right now being seen on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, Facebook Jim Masters TV. We're also on Periscope right now at Jim Masters TV and Twitch at Jim Masters TV. So we've got everybody covered. Hope everybody's doing well on what is Labor Day here in the United States of America, the day where we're supposedly not to be laboring, though we are tonight as we have the show presented for you. We had a beautiful day out on the coast, out boating and swimming and really enjoying ourselves, and we posted on the Facebook page at Jim Masters TV some cool shots that we captured today on this Labor Day weekend along the coast, and it was absolutely beautiful. Wherever you are, I hope you've had a good day, or you're having a good day, or you're about to start a good day there down under. And we welcome all the comments. It's a very interactive, viewer-centric show, so we do have lots of comments that come in from our faithful. We call them levities. This show is all about light, love, and levity, inspiration, fun, entertainment, deep conversation, so much more. And with that, our viewers call themselves levities because the show is sort of like Levity Hall. So we welcome all the levities. And if you're not a levity yet, well, if you watch this show, you will become one. All the guests become levities too, which is kind of cool. So nice to have you here on the holiday. I realize a lot of people are out and about. So you can see this episode again in the archives, which is going to be something you can binge too. A lot of people binge watch all the episodes of our series. Last night we had Irish tenor and singer and actor the wonderful Paul Byram, who used to be with Celtic Thunder. We had a fabulous conversation last night, and he also performed Danny Boy, of course. He was live and direct from Ireland, so it was like midnight his time. Really, really cool. And we've had so many fabulous guests. Pepe Castro was on Saturday. He, of course, a fabulous musician, singer, songwriter, dear friend. Now, on this show, we always do a toast. But before that, I want to let you know we've got an amazing guest coming up. Acclaimed jazz singer, voiceover artist, and so much more. The brilliant and wonderful Paulette McWilliams is here. She's going to perform live for us. We're going to remember the amazing things in her career, and we're going to have a good time. Lots of levity, lots of good, positive vibes. That's what we're all about here on the Jim Masters Show Live. So she's going to be with us in just a moment. First, what we always do here on our show, this is a classy show here, so we always say, have a good day and welcome and cheers to you and you and you and you and you from all around the world. This is some of that little Riesling, where we're finishing off that little bottle of Riesling that we were picked up called Relax. The actual name of that wine is Relax. And what's really cool about that, it's in that big blue bottle. And we had it for the Labor Day weekend with family and friends. What's really cool about the fact that this Riesling is called Relax is at the end of the show, I always show this. And I tell people to relax, love one another, breathe, take care of one another. And that every day isn't going to be perfect. But if you relax and you love one another, including yourself, the days might be a little bit brighter. So I toast all of you and to relax. We'll show that again at the end of the show. But we toast all of you and we welcome you to our show again. We like to put smiles on people's faces here. So if you're with us for the first time, we welcome you. It's always a pleasure to have new folks watching and a lot of our levity regulars from around the world. We have George Burns here. Yes, George is here. He's here every night. We put him on one night. Everybody fell in love with him. And they said, keep George on the show. So there's George putting smiles on your faces with his cigar and his red hanky there. And, of course, his bow tie. And there he is. And he greets all of you. And he says hello to you and happy Labor Day weekend for folks that are watching in the United States. A couple of other cast of characters we have here to put smiles on everybody's faces. We have Jeannie. Oh, yeah. Jeannie's in there. She's blinking at you and she says hello. Hope you are doing well. When we were on that TV shoot in Europe and we were in Switzerland, we stopped off and picked up Silver, the lab. So Silver's here. Silver is a great cast character here on our show. He greets you as well. He sees all of you. And he's cool to have on this set because he keeps things under control. He makes sure that everybody gets what they need, including Jimmy. There you go. There's Jimmy. Put a little smile on your face. Jimmy the Clown. He was a childhood toy. We held on to him. He's made of porcelain. And we put smiles on people's faces with Jimmy, too. And one last. So Jimmy's going to hang out. Don't worry. Jimmy's going to hang out with Silver. George will always take care of Jeannie. George Burns. He always seems to do that for some reason. One more cast character here that, and one of them cast member here, because every host has their cast. We built this home studio 18 weeks ago for this Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. We had the wonderful Dreama Denver on the show. Dreama Denver is the wife of Bob Denver. Bob Denver played Gilligan on Gilligan's Island, and it was also Dobie Gillis. Well, she saw this fabulous set we designed here in the home studio here on the coast, and she said, "You're missing something, Jim." She was a guest. We did a fabulous interview. You can see it at Jim Masters TV in the archives. She said, "You're missing something." I said, "What are we missing?" She said, "You're missing Gilligan." So she sent us Gilligan, the actual Gilligan doll, Bob Denver, who played Gilligan, who was, of course, her husband. He has since passed, of course. And there you go. Aloha, Jim, Dreama Denver. Isn't that beautiful? So there he is. He greets all of you. You got to have a Gilligan doll, right? So it's with love from Dreama Denver, Bob's wife, who's an actress, radio station owner, and producer as well. And he's part of the set now. And we thank her for sending that wonderful, collectible doll. So we've included it on the set. How's everybody doing? We always like to do a couple of quick greetings for our viewers to welcome everybody. Again, we have the incredible, incomparable Paulette McWilliams joining us in just a second. We're so excited. Really, really love it. She's amazing. You'll be very familiar with her work once we get going and talking. She's extraordinary. She's a breath of fresh air. We're so excited to have her here. Christine in North Carolina says, happy Labor Day, Jim and levity friends. A gorgeous day here in North Carolina. Watching on YouTube. Good to have you with us. Crystal Nolan in Connecticut says, hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Labor Day. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking forward to an amazing show full of amazing music, good conversation, levity and levity. You got it right, Crystal. Linda Odell in St. Augustine, Florida. Good evening, Mr. Levity. Good evening. And good evening, Levities watching. Everybody's a Levity on this show. Hi, everyone. Renee is watching in Iowa. Good to see you, Renee. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Mary Bishop. Hello, all. Happy Labor Day. Jennifer Barry says, showtime. I'm dancing to the theme song. You love our theme song to our show, huh? Thanks, Jennifer. I know you're going to be zen in just a minute. Happy Monday night. Hello, Jim and gang. Carla, good to see you again, watching in South America, watching in beautiful Brazil. We love having you here on the show, Carla. You're one of our Levities here on the Jim Masters show. We love that. Ralph Lampkin is here as well in Indiana. Good to see you, Ralph. Happy Labor Day to you as well. Julianne Hanna, good day, Jim. How are you? Hi, everyone. How are you? We are doing well. We hope you're doing well. Kathy Short, good evening, Jim, and all the Levities from Cleveland, Ohio. Fantastic. Good to see you. In Innerkip, Ontario, Canada, Merlin is here as well. Merlin, good to see you. Hello, Jim and Levities. In New York City, Kathleen Walker. Hi, Jim. Hope you had a good day and weekend. You as well, Kathleen. It's good to see you. Ernestine Webb in North Carolina. Good evening, everyone. Hope your Labor Day weekend was great. Anne is watching as well. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Anne. Thank you very much. All the Levities. Danilo in Reyes is watching in San Diego. Hello there, all Levities. Welcome to Levity Hall. We're going to have a good time. Yes, we are. Francis is here. Hello, Jim. Check out that jacket you're sporting. Thank you very much. Yes, you like this jacket, huh? This is one of those jackets I wear on MGM because one of the things I do, freelance project, is I'm an MC, Master of Ceremonies, and host also at MGM, Resorts International. So this is one of those jackets that gets sported there. Maybe you can see it close there, that we wear when I'm hosting and MCing for MGM as well. So we figured we'd sport that tonight for our very fabulous guest we have this evening. Everybody's saying hello. Linda, looking handsome as always. Mr. Levity, love the jacket and the hat. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you love the jacket. Anne is watching in SoCal, Southern California. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Hope you're all having a blessed day. You as well. Pamela Perkle watching in Kansas City, Missouri. Good to see you as well, Pamela. Hi to you. Thank you very much. Love your jacket tonight. Looks great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And boy, we have a lot of cool people here tonight. Marilyn watching in Wichita, Kansas. Happy Labor Day, Jim. Fancy jacket. Looking great. Hi to all Levities. Fantastic. Good to see you in that wonderful city. Everybody's saying cheers. Yes, we always do our toasts and our cheers to welcome everybody, put smiles on your face, have a good time here on the Jim Masters Show live. It's a lovely kind of night. Good to see you, Jeff, in the Detroit area in Michigan as well. Good stuff, good stuff. Good to see you as well. And let's see, Francis says, between your smoking jacket, wine, and hat, I think I've got a glass of wine also. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Christine Clifton is here in North Carolina. Cheers. Relax. Riesling is a good choice tonight. Looking fashionable in your jacket. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Christine. Allison is here. Tillman, it will be great every night. Yes, we have a good time every night. Mike Ferrante watching from Long Island, New York. Good to see you, Mike. Welcome. Nate Johnson is here as well. Paulette is your sister. Hello, Nate. That's fantastic. Watching on YouTube. Welcome to the show. Now, Nate is a Levity as well, just like Paulette is going to be. Sherry is here. Hi, Jim and all the Levities. Glad to be back home in Ohio to watch again tonight. I know a lot of people rearrange, their dinner and their work schedules and everything so they can be here. Willie is here in Holland, watching right now in the Netherlands. It's like 20 after 1 a.m. in the Netherlands. She is here as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we welcome everybody. Lots of comments coming in. Keep the comments coming in. We love it from all around the world. Really good stuff. Now, I have a very special guest, and we're going to have music. We're going to have a good time, and I'm so very excited. She is a legend in the industry. Yes, she is beautiful inside and out. She's extremely accomplished. She's very passionate about what she does. Her voice is like liquid gold, truly, as much as her personality. I'm talking about acclaimed singer, performer, voiceover artist, jazz singer, and so much more. Paulette McWilliams joining us here exclusively on the Jim Masters Show Live, and we're so honored to have her here. You've already heard her voice. That's right. For a significant part of her career, the sounds have graced the recordings of Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, David Bowie. She's worked with Luther Vandross, Celine Dion, among others, Johnny Mathis, Marvin Gaye, Quincy Jones. You list it, it's on that list. A Woman's Story, her most recent recording, brings her voice to the foreground, showing her wonderful brilliance as an interpreter of beautifully meaningful songs. Her incredible musicianship is enveloped by the arrangements and production of two-time Grammy winner Camu Kanyada and so many others that have been a part of it. You know, it's really amazing when you have somebody that has worked with some of the greats as well, and she absolutely has. She's reimagined the music of Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Luther Vandross, all the musical partners from Paulette McWilliams' storied career. She also worked with the band Rufus, of course, which is another fabulous one. And when she left, Shaka Khan came in, and then she went off to her own career and furthered it even more deeply and masterfully. Among composers that she interprets, Janice Ian and Phoebe Snow and so much more. Her exquisite and personal reading of their melodies and lyrics is not to be missed. She is extraordinary. Again, you have heard her with so many other performers. You've heard her work, you've heard her voice, and now you're going to get a chance to see her here live and exclusively on our show. We are so excited to have her here, the one and only Paulette McWilliams. Paulette, welcome to our show. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
How are you?
I am here and I'm so grateful. I'm wonderful. I'm just very happy to be here and still be on the planet amongst everything that's going on with everyone else. I'm doing great and I'm so happy that you're having me on your show. Thank you.
Oh, it is our pleasure. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. How have you been doing during all the craziness of, staying at home and having to social distance? We're people who like to be,
Out.
amongst the people, right?
Exactly.
Communicators. So how have you been dealing with it all, Paulette, through all of this,
Well,
creating?
well, I've been actually dealing with creating is always, it's not even dealing, it's just innate. I'm because creator gave us the power to create. So I'm creating all the time, looking for songs now, actually even working on the new album, ideas for the new album, while this one is just, it was just released about 4 weeks ago. So just making sure, because I always have that voice in my head, I call it my God voice. Everybody has a different name for it. But I always listen to that, and I've been told to just stay ready. So I'm creating all the time, and I'm doing great. I have a wonderful family, and I have incredible friends. I have, I'm just doing well. I'm thankful. I'm really happy.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. For those who are watching, take us back a little bit. How did you first get inspired, as a youth, as a young girl, in terms of the inspirations and the people that were around you that might have spurred this real thirst for being a performer, an entertainer, a singer, a communicator in the beautiful way that you are, Paulette?
Oh, thank you. Well, this is funny. My mother told me that I was cooing and singing even as a baby. When I would hear music, I'd coo and sing. Sometimes I'd be right, the melody would be right there in me. And from the time I was 2 years old, I was singing before I could actually speak in full sentences. So I was talking, and that's what inspired me. So as a little girl, I watched Sammy Davis Jr. In Yes I Can. I watched him, and I just I've always only ever wanted to sing.
I'm seeing so many people welcoming you. Nate says it. Thanks, brother Ralph. And yeah, and
Thank you,
hi.
Ralph.
Kathleen says hi, Paulette and
Oh,
Linda.
hi.
Welcome, Paulette. Welcome to the Levity show.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank
now
you.
a Levity, Paulette. Everybody that's
I'm a levity.
you're a Levity, right? It's a good word, isn't it?
It's a great word. It's a great word. Yes.
Did you start out early? Were you always singing in plays? Were you singing around the house? How did you actually start to get into the actual singing world? Were you always doing it in school as a kid?
Jim, I sang, I'm so sorry. I sang, it's sort of a delay, but I sang all the time. I sang everywhere. My mother would always say, "Girl, you're singing so much. Stop singing." I sang in school. I got in trouble for singing in school. All through school, while class was going on, I'd be singing. I would get notes sent home to my parents because I was singing all the time. That's all I really ever wanted to do. I mean, I had tunnel vision. That's all I wanted to do was sing and be a performer. That's it. Watching musicals and listening to my mom, who had a beautiful voice. She wasn't a professional, but she sang all the time. And my dad could sing too. And Luther told me that's where I get my resonance because both my mom and my dad had beautiful voices. So I just sang everywhere all the time. I formed groups. I sang. My mother sent me to tap dance school when I was 4 years old, and I sang for that. I sang on Patricia Vance's Little Stars, which was like Ted Mack's Amateur Hour. I don't know if you're aware of that show, but in Chicago, it was a regional show. It was called Patricia Vance's Little Stars. And I sang on that show at 11 years old, and that's where I met Sammy Davis Jr., who was a guest star. And he told me, I didn't win. I came in second. And he told me, he gave me a card and said, "Look me up when you get older." Well, that was everything. It was really the law of attraction, really, before I knew what the law of attraction was.
That's absolutely amazing. I mean, to have that happen. I mean, one of the greats like Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, really,
Yes.
really tough to top him. So, what were some of those other early opportunities that you had, Paulette, that started to really progress your passions, your enthusiasm, and the career at the same time?
Well, when I was 13, I was very upset because I thought I should have been a big star by then.
Yeah.
And and so I actually looked in the yellow pages because I didn't know where to look. I mean, coming from the south side of Chicago, there was no place for me to connect. There was no one there. There was no one in my family that sang or did any kind of music professionally. I was the first. So I was always, every day I woke up, I was trying to figure a way for me to connect to the outside world and get on TV or some kind of music show or radio. One time, my mother was going to a church for a couple of months. And she got me on this show called the Al Abrams Show, and I sang a gospel song. I sang Steal Away, and got me on that show. And like I said, I was on Patricia Vance's Little Stars. Everywhere, every morning I woke up, all I wanted to do was connect to someone who could help me become a star singing. It's crazy, but that's how it was.
That's what it
And
was.
yeah, and as a teenager, I met, at looking in the yellow pages, I met, I called this Don Talty Management, and he was managing a regional star. Her name was Jan Bradley, and she had a big hit out in the Midwest region. It was called Mama Didn't Lie, She Didn't Lie, right? And so I reached out to him and I told him, I don't remember word for word verbatim what I told him, but I told him I was a singer, and I told him that I wanted to, sing and that I could sing, and I sang for him on the phone. Well, a few weeks later, he and Jan Bradley and Phil Upchurch came to my house and met my parents. That's how a lot of it got started.
I mean, that's unbelievable. What a
Yeah,
wonderful,
yeah.
a wonderful progression, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. So, how did you know early on what style, what genre of music you wanted to really focus on? I mean, your voice is, like I said, liquid gold,
Oh,
melted
thank you.
butter.
Thank
You could
you.
sing the phone book and everybody will want the
Oh,
yellow pages. But how did you know that you wanted to focus on certain styles of music? Were you inspired by others who came before? And
yes.
yeah, tell us about
Yeah.
that.
I listened to, first of all, my mom loved music. My mom listened to everyone. My mom loved Mahalia Jackson. She loved Dinah Washington, Sarah Vaughan, Nina Simone. My mom loved Aretha Franklin. My mom loved Ella Fitzgerald. My mom loved, what was her name? Oh gosh, Betty Carter, Doris Day, Patti Page, Peggy Lee. So my mom would sing all of these songs, and I would emulate my mom. And on Sundays when she was home, because we grew up in kind of the ghetto, maybe a little nicer than the ghetto, but it was the ghetto in the south side of Chicago. And my mom and both my mom and dad, they worked two jobs, and so on the weekends, my mom and my dad would be home more. And on Sundays, my mom was home. And on Sundays, she would make a big dinner. And on Sundays, she would sing, and she and I would be in the kitchen together because I would always be the one to help her cook. And I would, look up to my mom singing all of these songs that I loved and sing them with her. She and I did skits like she did "What You Know, Joe," and I'd sing "I Don't Know Nothing." Then she'd go, "What you know, Joe?" I'd say, "Please tell me something." And then she'd go, "What you know, Joe?" And I go, "I ain't fooling, I need schooling, I don't know." And she taught me that, and we do those little skits together all the time. So I learned everything about everyone that I love from my mom singing them first. And then, of course, the radio. I listened to the radio. I listened to Motown. I listened to all of the jazz singers. I love Sarah Vaughan, Morgana King, Nina Simone. Oh gosh, Shirley Horn. I know I'm gonna miss somebody, and I'm gonna be mad. But I would listen to all of these women sing all the time, and they're in me. I mean, I stand on their shoulders, seriously.
Lena Horne and
Lena Horne, Shirley
Shirley
Bassey.
Bassey.
Yes,
Yeah,
all of them.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So, as your career was progressing, what would you
Mhm.
consider to be that first big major break for you?
The first big major break for me was I had just had my daughter, um, and I had just had my daughter, and Don Talty, whom I hadn't spoken to in years, like maybe 3 years, called me up to say there was an audition with the group The American Breed. And The American Breed was a very big group at the time. They had a big hit record out called Bend Me, Shape Me. Bend me, shape me any way you want me, right? And they were looking for two girls to sing backup because they wanted to be competitive with Sly and the Family Stone. Sly and the Family Stone had just come out with their funk and their amazing music, their innovative music, and when I heard about that at the time, my daughter was about 3 or 4 months old, and I auditioned. At the time, I was working at the post office. That was the only 9 to 5, besides some of the jobs I had as a teenager for the summer. You know, at the time, I was working there, and I said, "Skip the post office. I'm going on this audition," because I was actually supposed to work that day, and my mom was really upset. And I took my music, which was just in me. I didn't have any physical music. And I went to Charles Colbert was the bass player. It was the auditions were at his house in the basement. And I went to his house, and Don Talty took me to his house. I went to his house, and There were like 150 girls in this basement. And when it was my turn to sing, they all had sheet music and piano players and whatever. But when it was my turn to sing, I just stood up and sang, fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. I sang that. And I got the gig.
Of course you got the gig, and then some. Oh my God. They were probably on the floor after that, huh? Jeez.
And then they changed their name because the group, they wanted to change because the American Breed, we were still getting by the same people that wanted them to do the bubblegum stuff. And they changed their name from the American Breed to Smoke, only to find out that there was a group somewhere regionally that had the name Smoke. And after that, we decided, I think it was Charles Colbert. He was, we were all in Minneapolis. And we were at the hotel, all sitting around. We were real sad because we had to give up the name Smoke because we had had it for a few weeks. And Charles came out of the men's room and he said, I got it. I know what the name of the group should be. And we were looking at him like he was crazy. And then he said he was reading Farmer's Almanac, and there was this column called Ask Rufus. And that's how we got our name.
Thank God he didn't come out of that men's room and say the group's name is Royal Flush.
Exactly. But that's how we got our name. And we had a record deal on Epic. We got a record deal on Epic, and everywhere we played, we had, we would sell out. It was just fantastic. And I sang a lot of the lead, and Charles Colbert sang lead, and Jimmy Stella sang lead, and it was so much fun. And we would basically go out and do college dates on the weekend, and we went to California. We actually played the Whiskey A Go Go in California, in LA, and we had a huge fan base, and I met Yvette. I met Shaka during that time, and she would come see us all the time when we were in Chicago performing.
That's
she
incredible.
and I became the best of friends, and we still are.
Yeah, absolutely. We're showing the cover of Brand New Day. Read all
Rufus,
about
yeah, Brand New Day. Yes.
Yeah. Such a great sound too. So were you nervous when you decided to move on from Rufus at all, or you just knew, hey, I've got this other avenue I want to follow, and I got to follow my heart?
Well, at the time, it was like fast forward to 3 years, 2.5, 3 years later. At the time, we had just gotten back from Saint-Tropez, France, and we did Nice, and we did Valbonne, and different places in France. And we were performing for 3 months. We had a villa at this place called Club Papagayo, and it was right on the water. And we played there almost every night. We had so much fun. But when we got back, everybody was kind of moving in different places and spaces, and some of the guys were beginning to feel like the group was not going to really do what they wanted it to do, so they left, and we had a few people that left. And then we got other members in. Of course, we got Willie Weeks in. We got Andre Fisher, who became the president of the record label. I can't remember. Married Natalie Cole. We got, we had Ron Stockard, and we had, Willie Weeks. It doesn't get better than that on bass. And Charles came out on front, and the group just started changing so much. And my baby was young and missing me, and I was devastated, because I was a single mom. I'm a single mom, and I just made the decision because I was getting, from playing in Chicago all the time, I was getting a lot of calls to do jingles, and I saw the kind of revenue that the jingles you know, and if the revenue, I didn't have to work because it would take care of, it took care of myself and my daughter. We were fine. We did really well. And people were starting to gravitate towards me to do, you know, the producers wanted me to do singing on their spots. Like I did, there's some famous spots like, when you say bud, you said a lot of things nobody else can say. When you say Budweiser, you said it all. I did that. I did Master Charge. I did Kellogg's. I did Coca-Cola, Coke Adds Life. I did so many spots. And I did lots and lots of jingles. Sears, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I can't name them all. There's far too many. So I did lots of jingles, and I realized I didn't have to go on the road. So that's why I decided to leave the group and be more of a mom to my daughter. I mean, my mom and my dad and my sisters, they helped me with my daughter. My daughter is my heartbeat. And so I just made the decision, the conscious decision to be with her and to stay in Chicago and work from Chicago and try to make things happen from Chicago. And that's what I did. And fast forward to Phil Upchurch wanting me to get together with Donny Hathaway, Tennyson Stevens. They wrote some songs for me, and Phil Upchurch wanted me to record, and he sent them to Quincy Jones, and Quincy Jones called me the next week, and I was in LA the following week to be his solo artist for the Body Heat tour. So those things just, yeah. Law of attraction.
Got a nice shot with you and Quincy and the gang there.
And Sassy, he would always tell me, he always told me I reminded him so much of Sassy when I sang. And I thought that was such a compliment because, you know, not that I own it, but I love her so much. And I finally got to meet her. We toured 27 different cities in Japan. We toured all over the States. We toured everywhere. And Q would, the end of the Japan tour, the Japanese leg of the tour, Q had Sarah Vaughan come on stage and do a duet with me. I think you have that picture too. Yes. And it was so shocking. I was in shock. But every night I did the song, Everything Must Change, everything must change, right? And I'm going into the second verse and I hear, and it just blew me away. Yeah. It was sassy. I turned around and Q was conducting the orchestra and he had tears in his eyes and I was in shock. She and I did a duet together on Everything Must Change. That was it for me. I could have died the next day. I was except for wanting to be with my daughter.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah. Amazing, storyline, and the people that you've had an opportunity to work with and be influenced by. Here's another cool shot here. Take a look at this one.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that outfit. Ooh.
Do you know how much those would sell for now, those outfits? Everybody wants them.
That was a one-of-a-kind. That's all crochet.
Wow.
It was a one-of-a-kind outfit. Back then, it was about $600. Today, it would be about $4,000 or $5,000 easily.
Absolutely.
It was so beautiful. It was a pink and silver.
That's incredible.
But it was see-through, so I don't want to...
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Yeah, it was see-through.
Now tell us also about the Harlettes. That's really cool too.
Well, a lot of things happened in between the Harlettes and Rufus, but I will tell you. So we're not going with the time sequence thing. I will tell you. With the Harlettes, I auditioned out here in LA. I was living here in LA at the time. I've lived here twice. This is my second time living in LA. But I was living out here and I got a call for an audition that Bette Midler was having for the Harlettes. She wanted some new Harlettes. And I got the call and I went and auditioned and she was right there. I love her. She's so hands-on. And I went and auditioned for the Harlots and got the gig. And there were a lot of girls that auditioned for the gig. And I got that gig, and we did a lot of promo touring. We went all over. She did the Rose. That was at the time when she did the Rose. I know you had Amanda McBroom on a little earlier this year, and I thought about the Rose. We did the Rose. We did the Divine Miss M was the name of the show on Broadway. We did 8 weeks on Broadway. We toured all over Europe, everywhere, and it was a ball. The Harlots was a fun. I can't even express how much fun tour. You know, all I think about whenever I think about Bette is attitude, positions, you know. I learned so much from her. She is a consummate professional. She is a hardworking woman. She's absolutely brilliant, and I really respect her. I hold her in high esteem. What an incredible artist Bette Midler is. I was so happy to have that gig and dance and sing.
That word is what came to mind for me too. Consummate was what I thought of first, and when describing her, she really, really is. There's so many different levels to your experience and your career and the path.
Yes.
Johnny Mathis, I had an opportunity to work with Johnny Mathis too.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
That was also while I was in LA. That was right after Bette. I got a call from A&M, Jack Gold, who was he had produced Barbra Streisand records a few times, and he had produced Johnny and Denise Williams. He reached out and heard about me and wanted me to come in and audition to sing some duets with Johnny. And when I went to the studio, I went to A&M Studios, which was on La Brea at the time. I think they're still there, but I'm not sure. And it's not A&M anymore. But I went to A&M Studios and recorded different. And then after that, I just sort of sang it, you know, from what they had given me to learn. I was so nervous. And then after that, they said, we love you. We have another song. I was like, oh, okay. And then we did I'll Do It All For You, which I love also. And, you know, I don't know what had happened, but I was told that the tracks were already ready. It wasn't a situation where they could put it in my key and Johnny's key. The tracks were already done. So I basically had to use my second soprano to soprano voice. But I love singing with Johnny. What a beautiful human being. What a wonderful gentleman. What a great soul he is.
And a great talent.
Absolutely.
You've had an opportunity to work with so many. Also, Michael Jackson too, right? Tell us about the involvement with Michael.
Well, Quincy Q called me when Michael was doing the album Off the Wall. He called me and said, baby girl. He always called me. It's so funny. He and Marvin Gaye both called me baby girl. But he said, baby girl, do you want to come and sing some stuff with Michael? I said, yeah. And so voila, Michael was doing Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. You know, and I sang on that. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on. So I sang on that. And then I also sang on Rock With You, just a little part with Rock With You, but I guess it wasn't really enough. I mean, I didn't really get the credit on that because I guess it was just such a small amount. It was, I want to rock with you. I want to groove with you. It was that. And of course, that was it.
Hey, that's all it takes, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's now in the Music History Hall.
Yes.
Fantastic. Also, I know somebody that you really had a great sweet spot for, the one and only Marvin Gaye.
Oh my God. Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another, oh my gosh. Well, that's another beautiful, beautiful story. There was a producer who was actually Marvin Gaye's, she was his road manager. And I can't remember how Kitty and I met. However, she loved me and I loved her immediately. She's an incredible woman. brilliant soul, and she's always producing and she's always moving. Still to this day, she's always doing incredible things in this business, and she's such a supporter. Well, she really took me on and said, I want Marvin to meet you. I want you to meet Marvin. And so she drove me down to Palm Springs, and I sang for Marvin. I think it was his living room, unless it was a rented house, and that was but I sang for him in his living room, and he said, you got the gig. He was looking for someone to sing with him on his sexual healing tour. And then also, before that tour actually happened, we did the Grammy show where he's doing sexual healing. That's me. And he asked me to contract the other singers. Kitty asked me to contract the other singers. So I got Myrna Smith, who sang with me with Luther Vandross, and she and I were the best of friends. Myrna Smith, and another good friend of mine, his name was Sonny Reddy, who's now passed on, God bless him. So it was Sonny, Myrna Smith, and myself. We were singing Get Up at the Grammy show, when he did the live Grammy show. That's us singing behind him.
Yeah, remember that well. Fantastic.
Yes,
yeah. Really extraordinary when you think about it. I mean, when you
it's
look
a lot
back.
more, believe me.
Yeah. Do you ever pinch yourself when you think about all of these incredible experiences and people you've worked with, and art that you've been able to be blessed to create for the world?
I'm always grateful. I'm always really grateful, but I'm always thinking about the next thing I can do. I'm always grateful because of my daughter. I really wanted to just keep going, to give her, I wanted her to be proud of her mother. I just really did. And so it was hard. I had to make some really challenging decisions because I was a mom. And, but at the same time, I made them because I knew, I wish there were things I could change, but I knew that it would be better for her if I ventured out and did what I did rather than stay on the south side of Chicago. I always knew that.
Beautiful and wise choices that, we're looking out for her as much as the career. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And just a testament to the person that you are, always looking out for others and providing joy and blessing, not only through your music, but through your actions. And it's a beautiful, again, testament to your soul and where your heart is placed. And I think that's why you have legions of fans, and so many people, crave to hear your work, because they know what's behind it all. They know the sort of the essence of the person, and that's what allows that music to rise up. You're sort of like a facilitator. An energy comes through you, and it just comes out of you, and it connects with people, right?
Yes. It really is such a blessing. And I have granddaughters now. I have two beautiful little granddaughters. Actually, I have more than that because I have a play daughter who's like my adopted daughter. So I have my daughter, and I have another daughter. Her name is Missy, and she's my daughter too, because she and my daughter have been best friends for over 30 years. But I won't say anymore because I'm not telling their age. Anyway, her children, they also think of me as grandma. So I always really try to put my best foot forward, so that they'll think, when they think about things that are great, they'll think of me as someone who just moves forward all the time, and I want them to have that.
That's right. Again, it's a beautiful way to live and the way to be. I want to share. We have a clip actually that you were generous enough to share with us, with you and the incomparable Marvin Gaye together.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And that's going to be, do you want to set that up, what the time and place was for that clip?
It was 1983. It was after the Sexual Healing Grammy show. We were out on the road. We were in Texas at the time, and we toured everywhere. And Marvin told everybody he was going to do a record on me. Just like Quincy said he was going to do a record on me, and we did do Mellow Madness. However, with Marvin, he was, I'm going to record you, baby. We're going to record. I'm going to produce you. But he said to the audience, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I think it's on this tape, you know, this is Paulette McWilliams, and he was so generous in his introduction of me. I couldn't believe it because this is someone I listened to growing up. It was really, wow, surreal. I think of the word surreal. For me to be on stage with this man and him calling me baby girl and treating me with so much respect. He treated me like a queen. Our friendship was beautiful. It was blessed. And Kitty Sears was right there, always being a supporter. If it weren't for her, I would not have even met him. So kudos to Kitty, and if she's listening, I want her to know that I really am grateful for her being in my life. And he introduced me in such a beautiful way. I don't know if you have that on the tape, but we sang 3 duets. We sang the Tammy Terrell duets. So we sang, 2 of them I sang from backstage, and then they would just put the spotlight on me. And then the one he called me down front, and that was If I Could Build My Whole World Around You. So that was,
yeah, right. That's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah, he was so lovely. And it was such a great orchestra. We had McKinley Jackson conducting, and we had Sheila E. in the band. We had Lynn Davis singing backup.
Oh, wow.
Lynn Davis, and she sung with everybody. And we had Frida Woody, and we had Sidney Davis, and we had, you know, but Lynn Davis she's a phenomenal singer. We just had a ball, and Marvin introduced me in a way that every woman wanted to be me.
That's what happens, right.
I mean, all the women in the audience, they were throwing their underwear on stage, and I was just.
I think the only other one they did that for was Tom Jones, right?
Well, they did it a little bit for Luther, you know, but. You know, and I was lucky enough to be with him too. But as far as doing duets with Marvin, they I mean, and he'd come out for the second part of the set in his pajamas, beautiful handmade, gorgeous pajamas that he'd have made just for the stage, and the women lost it, literally.
Well, we're going to share with everybody this fantastic. Greg is watching, and Greg Pasenko says a remarkable history. Kathy Short says, what a fantastic resume you have, Paulette.
Thank you.
And Merlin had asked, do your daughters want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, my daughter, my only daughter, well, I should say my biological daughter, because I have more than one daughter. My biological daughter, Bridget, she actually, not that she followed in my footsteps, I always told her when she was a little girl that everything she touched would turn to gold, because she was so magical, and she still is. And she literally walked down the street and got a record deal. That's how beautiful she is. And so she sang, because she has a beautiful voice. To this day, she has a beautiful voice and her own style. She really has her own style. And so she actually got to tour. She had a deal on Virgin Records, and she actually got to tour and open up for Luther when we were in Europe. So yes, they do.
Wow.
But my granddaughters, they don't really want to sing. They don't seem to want to sing. They have beautiful voices. They really both do. But they don't really. I have another my play daughter's daughter. She likes singing a lot. She has a beautiful voice also.
Voice as well.
Stumbling. Yeah, Leah has a beautiful voice as well.
Well, we're going to share that phenomenal clip taking us back in the time vault right now with Marvin Gaye and Paulette McWilliams. Enjoy, everybody, and Paulette and I will be right back. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Can't wait to hear it.
And now, as you got a song to sing. like to call to the stage now to help us with this. The services of the love.
Oh, did it freeze? It's freezing on here.
Oh, if I could build my whole world around you, first I put heaven by your side. Pretty flowers will grow wherever you walk, baby, and over your head could be the bluest sky. Then I would take every drop of rain and wash all your troubles away. I have the whole world wrapped up in you, darling, and that would be alright. Oh, baby. Good morning, sun. I'd put so much love where there is sorrow. I'd put joy where there's never been none. Oh, then I'd give all of my love to you, for you to keep for the rest of your life. Oh, happiness is surely be mine, and that will be alright. Oh, yes, it will. I'd give you the greatest gift any woman could possess. One more. I'd step into this world you created and give you true love and tenderness. Oh, there'd be something new with every tomorrow to make this world better as days go by. That's it. If I could build my whole world around you, if I could build my whole world around you, and that would be alright. Oh, yeah. If I could just build it, ooh, all around you, baby. Build my whole world around you, and that would be alright. Oh, yeah. One more time. Ooh, let me build my world, baby, around you. And that will be alright. Oh, yeah. I love you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Paulette McWilliams. Woo! Oh, baby. Come on, let her have it. Paulette McWilliams! Woo!
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Wow, you're exactly. Oh my God. And the absolutely fantastic. That was so amazing.
Thank you. I was just
What
laughing
a,
at myself, Jim.
yeah, lots
You
of
know,
levity.
you know how people go on stage and they hold their arms there for a long time. I did. It was so funny because I was really just learning about the stage thing. And singing. I just laughed. Marvin was so good to me. He was so generous. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
well, I tell you, Linda in Florida says they harmonize so well together. Kathy Short says
Oh,
that was amazing.
thank
Mary
you.
Bishop says outstanding. Merlin
Thank
in
you.
Canada says, wow, what a beautiful collaboration.
Oh,
Nate
thank
says you
you.
sound just like Mama.
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
That's my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Anne says amazing. Jennifer says
Oh,
friendship, love was in the air that night. Oh yeah, absolutely.
yes.
Between you and the wonderful Marvin, of course.
Yes.
Really cool
My friend.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal says, what
Mhm.
a beautiful voice. Ernestine in
Thank
North
you.
Carolina, what an amazing voice. This is such a treat to hear you. Kathleen in New York City, terrific. I mean, of course, there's a lot of levity with our viewers on this show. I absolutely
I love it.
love
Yes.
this. Paulette,
Yes.
you're so good and magical. Wow.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
Bravo. And uh, really, really wonderful. That was some night, huh?
Yeah. Well, it was like that every night. It was like that every night we sang. It was really like that. And we did Radio City Music Hall for like 4 nights in a row. And we did Canada. We did all over the United States. It was like that every night. It was magical. And
Yeah.
he was so kind and so generous. I miss him terribly,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Yeah.
exactly why I did a tribute to him on A Woman's Story, my new album. That's why I did the tribute. I had to sing a tribute to him and to Luther, and my whole album is a tribute to Quincy, just me finding who I was vocally.
We've got
And Donny Hathaway. Yeah,
oh, Donnie. Yeah,
yeah.
Donnie. Yeah.
I used to jam with him at Ratso's. So.
I don't know if people know, but he sang the theme song to Maud. And then there's Maud, and then there's Maud. Remember Maud? The TV. You're like,
Yes,
somebody
yes,
is the pizza man there with the pizza?
yes.
Pizza delivery has arrived.
Yeah, right.
Anything goes when you're live, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, your expression is so classic. You're like, huh?
Uh,
What? We're doing a show here.
exactly. Thank you. What? Oh,
Wonderful. Yeah.
what
What?
was that?
Yeah, that's right. I already gave it the office.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a wonderful
Yeah.
shot of you and, of course, Luther.
Oh,
What do you
yes.
remember what was happening that night?
This was in New York. This was the Christmas show that we were doing. Every year they have a special guest on the Christmas show for NBC. And this particular year they gave it to Luther. He had a Christmas album, so it was part of the PR for the album. He did a wonderful Christmas show, and he had all of his core background singers, which I was blessed to be one of them. He had all of us on this show. And that's what this picture is from. We were singing on This Is Christmas. And I actually sang on pretty much every album until the very last one, every Luther
Mm,
Vandross album. Yeah, I
mm.
was part of the core group for actually both core groups. There were two different core groups, but I was part of both of them, and also went on stage with him a lot too after
Yeah,
1984. Yeah,
yeah. Really, really. Again, another one we lost way too
way
soon.
too soon.
You
Way
know,
too soon.
here's another great shot.
Yes. Oh, that's on I Could Make It Better. I love that song. And he said, Letty, just do something. So I started going down his leg on the background part. I can make it better. And I started going down the leg and rising back up. So that's what that shot was. I
Literally,
love performing. So,
and you could have followed that up with "You Raise Me Up."
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
of course, Sissy Houston as well, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes, I mean, Luther had us stand in, different places, and he put me next to Sissy, and I just loved it. I had a ball singing next to her. She is absolutely, and you know that she's Whitney's mother, but on her own, she is just extraordinary. And Luther would have her on all of the sessions, especially the beginning sessions, the first, all of the albums, like maybe all of the albums actually, he'd have her on, and she would just add such magic to the background vocals. She's incredible. We all love Sissy very much, and Nippy. We met her when she was very young. I met her when she was 13.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
met her when she was 13 years old, and Cissy had brought her in to the studio once, and yeah, and so she was doing her thing, and Cissy was talking about her, and all of a sudden I hear that Whitney's becoming a big star. It was magical. It was very magical working with Luther. We sang with a lot of people. A lot of people opened up for him.
There's a great shot at the Blue Note.
Yes, I was
Beijing.
doing. Yes, I just did that last year. I sing jazz all over the world, and one of the clubs that I sang at was the Blue Note in Beijing. They actually wanted me to come back to do the Blue Note in Beijing again, and also in Shanghai. They just opened up that one. Well, no longer, of course, because of COVID, but they wanted me to do the Blue Note there as well. Um, and it was because I did the National Theater, the National Chinese Theater, the year before. So that's how that happened. And they loved my singing. They asked me, they invited me to bring, I took Dad Adderley Jr., who was Luther's music director, and he and I, we've done a lot of gigs together. So I took him, and we sold out. We had a ball at the Blue Note. Yeah.
Here's a little bit, going back in time a little bit, we got this. Oh, look at this album cover.
Yes.
Tom
Yes.
Scott, too.
Yes.
The incredible Tom Scott.
Yes, yes. He and I, actually, I found all of the songs, and he said, "Let's do a record." So I found all the songs. I did most of the footwork for that one, but because he was always working, and so we kind of co-produced that together. And there's some great songs on that album that people love, like "Ode to Billy Joe" and oh, Bobby Caldwell's. Stuck on You.
Oh, yeah.
We did what's the other one? You Go to My Head, Bobby Caldwell and I did a duet on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And we did Will Downing and I did a duet called Too Hot on that album, from that album. So that was a wonderful album as well. Working with Tom Scott. He's a brilliant, brilliant artist.
Paulette McWilliams and the Beats Brothers. And
Well,
live recording in Amsterdam. We have a Willie Jancy's watching right now in Amsterdam. So she's probably loving this.
Oh,
Tell us
yeah.
about this project.
Well, my friend Dennis DeVico, who also was the executive producer of the other album that you just saw, the Tom Scott one, Dennis DeMico he and I became very close friends, and he was always very supportive and telling people about me. And he, I think he told the people in Amsterdam about me. And after they heard me, they wanted me to come to Amsterdam to perform with the Beach Brothers. It's a group of 3 brothers that are very, very famous in the Benelux countries, in the Netherlands, actually. And I went over there, and we did festivals, and we performed in Thailand, Bangkok, and I can't remember. I think it's called Samoy. We were there, and we were there for a few weeks. And when we got finished touring, the whole band, everybody wanted to go in the studio because we were really killing it. So we decided to go into the studio, and we did 12 songs in 2 days. And they were shocked, I think, at my endurance. But I love singing something.
12 songs in 2 days.
Yeah, 12 songs in 2 days,
Wow.
10 of which went on the record. And it was so much fun because they were really consummate musicians, really great players. So I love them. They're still together. Peter Beats, he's the baby brother. It's Peter Beats, Marius Beats, and Alexander Beats, who's kind of the coordinator, but he plays saxophone. And then we had a wonderful, incredible drummer, and we had an incredible trumpet player. And we had a ball. We had such a ball touring everywhere, and we had so much fun. They were so good.
Yeah.
They're such great musicians. I would love to be with them again, just to perform with them again. Yeah.
Willie in Amsterdam is asking, do you remember where? She was asking, do you remember where in Amsterdam you were?
It was for the
Paradiso?
jazz. It was a Jazz Art Dance Festival, Jazz Art Jazz Festival in Amsterdam. I can't remember exactly where because I don't remember the name of the place.
The exact locations. Jennifer also asks, did you ever meet Etta James or B.B. King?
No, I would love to have met. I used to sing, oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I used to sing that all the time. So I would love to have met Etta James. That was one of my songs, and when I do my live stuff, I always included that as one of the songs that I would record, I would perform. B.B. King I never met, but I think I loved him because I knew his work, and that's one that got by me. But I love him and loved him.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more cool shots that we wanted to share with everybody, too. Camus and Paulette. There's a
his name is Kamal. Kamal Kenyatta. He is an incredible producer. He's the one who produced this new album, A Woman's Story, my new album that just came out. And he is one of my favorite people on the planet because he is one of the most generous spirits, and he's brilliant in his work. Brilliant. And he's without an ego, if you can imagine.
Which is refreshing, isn't it, in this industry?
So refreshing. He allows you to be he's like the person that allows you to be who you are, and he wants to frame you. I mean, you can't get better than that. And he produced Gregory Porter's albums, and I went after him. And then we became friends, but I was looking for him after hearing Gregory Porter's Liquid Spirit and that album. I looked for him, and I was in New York. I was performing, singing backup for Steely Dan with my good friend Cindy Mizell, who actually got me the gig, and boy, can she sing. But anyway, I was with Steely Dan, and I met Brian Michelle Backus, who came to see us. I got him a ticket to come backstage, and I met him backstage, and I told him because he had done some of the work for Gregory Porter as well, and I let him know that I really wanted to, he and Kamal to produce me for my new album. You know, I was living my law of attraction. I was putting it together each day as I put it together daily as it happened. And Brian introduced me to Kamal, who lives out here in LA. And that's how I met Kamal. And Kamal and I have become so close. We're such good friends. I just think he is a genius. He's a teacher. He's a great teacher. He teaches in San Diego. He's a professor. And he's just one of the kindest people I've ever met. And I love him dearly. And I want him to produce every record I do.
Kamal, you listening?
We have such a great friendship. Yes, we do.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
We've got another fantastic shot here. And, oh, yeah, huh? Tell us about this.
Singing, but that's Donald Fagen. Of course, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I toured with them. I think it was 2016 or 2016, or the summer of 2016 or 2015. Because time is flying, Jim. You know that. But I toured. My friend Cindy let them know about me, and I ended up on tour with them for a half year. because I was there to replace the singer that they had. She was doing, I was subbing actually. She was doing another gig with 2020. Her name is LaTanya. And so I did the whole summer with Donald and Steely Dan and Walter. And then after that, they asked me to come back and do the Beacon. I did the Beacon for a couple of weeks in the fall. And that's how that happened. And we had, Cindy and I had such a ball because Cindy Mizell and I were also together in the pit with Luther Vandross. See how that works?
I see how that works, and it works beautifully.
Yes, yes. And our voices blend. Luther would always say he loved the blending of Cindy's voice and my voice together. I mean, she was like the soprano of my alto. You know, if there's such a thing, our voices, the timbres are similar, and you know, we just love singing together. And she's a great singer as well, Cindy Mizell.
Speaking of singing, you wanted to perform something for our fabulous
Sure.
worldwide audience too. What did you
Sure.
want to grace us with your
Well, I was
fabulous
gonna say,
liquid gold voice?
well, I hope we can get the technical thing of the music together. But I want to sing the one that actually Tom Harrell, who was a jazz trumpet player. Very well known jazz artist. Tom Harrell sent me a track and it was called Fountain, and told me, because I wanted to write to something of his, and he sent me this track and I sang. The song came to me in like 15 minutes and I sang it to him and sent it to him, and he called me up to tell me he loved it. And so that's how this is called Life is a Fountain. And I did a slow version of this on one of my earlier albums. I think it was the Flow album. But now Kamal had such a beautiful arrangement of this, so that's why we put it on this album.
So I'll put on my host hat as usual, and I'll say, and now everybody live on the Jim Master Show live worldwide, the incomparable Paulette McWilliams. There's your intro.
Thank you. Okay. It may be a cappella. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if the music runs.
Okay. Ready. Pictures in my mind were gatherings of people seeking what it brings. Can see beautiful waters fall. Here a wish is made, a coin is tossed, where dreamers dream and hopes not lost. A heart can feel the glow of love. Here's where hands are held and stories told, memories shared with young and old, and precious secrets to reveal. Here's a place where memories are made with rainbow colors, sprinkling shades of happiness for all to hear. It is the fountain of life. Life is the fountain of love, set in the middle of a busy street, where distant lovers come to meet, a view that takes your breath away. Here dreams of tomorrows in the air, hope springs eternal everywhere, at any time, on any day. It is the fountain of life. Ooh, life is the fountain of love. Pictures in my mind, where gatherings of people seeking what it brings. Can see beautiful waters fall. Here, a wish is made, a coin is tossed, where dreamers dream and hopes not lost. A heart can feel the glow of love. It is the fountain, fountain, yeah, of life. Spread the light is the fountain, fountain, yeah, of love.
I love the way you laugh and you smile during the whole thing.
I'm so happy.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what it is, because you're in your happy spot when you're performing and when you're sharing and celebrating life and love and what it's all about. And that's a beautiful rendition. That's a beautiful song.
Thank you, thank you.
And you could just feel the pleasure. I mean, all the comments, what a beautiful voice. I'm
Oh, thank you.
mesmerized. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
And the
thank you.
music came through loud and clear, so we heard the
great.
music and the
Oh, good.
sounds and everything that came
I got
through.
my guys over here.
You got the crew, the other
I got
levities.
two guys. We're social distancing.
Right. They're the other levities, right?
Yeah, there's two of them, and they're being so kind. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh gosh, okay, we gotta get the sound. We gotta get the sound."
They got the pizza when the doorbell rang, right? I hope they save your slice.
It's so funny.
Was there
Oh,
another song you wanted to perform?
Yes, there's another one that this is for Kamal. This especially is dedicated to my good friend whom I love so dearly, Kamal. I have to take a little sip of water. Is that okay?
Absolutely. And while you have it, let's toast, because we always toast to our gracious guests. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
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 It's so wonderful
Cheers.
having you on our show tonight.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here, Jim. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it is
you.
my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Lots of levity on this show, that's for sure.
Lots of levity. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use that,
Let's create something with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So this song here that you're going to share with us, tell us about this one.
This is a song by Paul Buchanan. It was, I think, Blue Nile. I don't know the group. But Kamal introduced this song to me when we were looking for songs. We gathered so many songs, and this is one of the ones that went on the album. And when he first introduced the song to me, I wasn't really sure, because I knew it was a great song, but I wasn't really sure about my capabilities in pulling this rock song off, because it's more rock and roll, right? But I love the song so much, and he loved it so much, I had to do it. And I grew to love it. And so this is called Let's Go Out Tonight. It has a lot of meaning for me. It's like when a couple or whoever it is, after an argument, let's say, and the air is still filled with a lot of conflicting energy. This is that thing that you feel like, okay, I want this to be over. Let's go out tonight. Let's do something fun.
Right.
So that's what this song is all about. This is what it means to me.
Because we emphasize the jazz a lot, but you do it all. Pop,
Yeah,
rock, I mean, really,
yeah,
jazz I know is a niche that you're known for, but
yes.
you've really done it all.
Yes, I actually love singing. I am a jazz and soul singer, and I just sing in every genre. I don't limit myself, just like Gregory Porter.
Exactly,
I actually
exactly.
love singing. I love singing jazz. I mean, it's everything to me. But I love singing everything. I don't want to limit myself to any particular thing. I have to
That's
have my
right.
support.
Yeah, you have a sip of water. You're earning your supper tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers again. Cheers again. Absolutely. We raise our glass to the incomparable Paulette McWilliams. So I will introduce you again. The incomparable Paulette McWilliams is going to grace all of us around the world with more music. And was that water a little salty?
Do a little vocalizing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
What do real quick, Lev, just maybe think of something that I would normally ask. What do you do to prepare when you're getting ready to go into the studio and record, or you're going to go on stage and perform? What are some of the things you do, maybe day of or a couple of days before, to prepare yourself not only mentally but vocally to take on the work?
Yes, I vocalize. You know what? I'm going to just taste a little of this lozenge just because something's in my throat. I'm not sure.
Something when there, like dust or something, yeah.
Um, mm,
So the first thing
Not
she
good
does
for
is she.
TV.
That's a good. Yeah, that's it. That was a good lozenge. So the first thing she does is she takes a lozenge.
Yeah, and I take some wellness, but I drink a lot of water and I vocalize. I vocalize every single day because I love it so much. I want to make sure my instrument is in shape. It's just like a dancer. You know, they have to stretch out and do what they do. I also, in order to stay in shape with my body, I like to jump rope. A lot of my friends know I like to jump rope a lot. But I vocalize. I love vocalizing. I have so many different ones that I like to do. So I do that a lot. So I vocalize 20, 30 minutes, and then I'm quiet, and then I'll come back to it. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, something is tickling my throat.
Just a slight little tickle in there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nate says, so proud of you. God has truly blessed you. You are a blessing.
Oh, he's a blessing. That's my brother. He's a
Yes,
wonderful
your
blessing.
brother.
What an amazing human being he is.
Is he in Chicago?
Yeah, he's in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yes, he is. He's a minister, actually.
Oh, that's
He's,
beautiful.
yeah, newly, well, not new, but you know, he's gone through his journey. He's coming out fantastic. And I'm really proud of him.
You're proud of each other, and that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. That's family.
Yeah, and my daughter, by the way, is doing incredible things too. She's an interior designer. She's amazing.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I have some
fantastic.
wonderful members of my family.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see her work. I studied architecture and design
really?
before I went into television and radio and everything. Yeah, love
Well,
to
she's-
see her
Oh, go
work.
ahead. I'm sorry, Jim. Go ahead.
No, I'd love to see her work. Absolutely.
Well, you'll see it because she's in Architectural Digest all the time.
Wow.
Yes, her home, and you know, she's I don't want to say I won't name names, but she's a celebrity interior designer.
Sure.
I'm so proud of her. She's wow, she's designing for everybody. They love her work because what she does is she really does give what that person, she gets into the person and tries to do her best at finding what really works for them and for her. And that's how she's so successful with what she does.
Did she work on your home as well in LA there?
Well, I'm in an apartment and no. I'm her mom, so
Yeah.
she's too busy, you know, but I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of her. Her home is incredible, which is also my home too, because it's her home.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, but she's amazing. Check Architectural Digest. This month, I think it's Misty Copeland. She did Misty Copeland.
Yeah, we usually get that every month here. Yeah,
That's
I'll
my
look for
daughter, Bridget Romanek.
Jennifer asks, do you play any instruments other than your beautiful singing voice?
I'm a piano hacker. I can't really play. And I have a lot of wonderful singing friends that can actually play. I would never call myself a
Do you
piano.
play by ear? Can you play by
I
ear?
play by ear a little
Yeah,
bit, a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, I know the keyboard, but I'm not. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
know
but
when it's a bad note.
right. But you have phone numbers you can call to surround yourself with the best of the best. Exactly.
Absolutely. I've got Matt
That,
Adderley and Josh Nelson and God, good, Hugo Suarez is playing on the album and Kamal Kenyatta plays
yeah,
everything. He plays, he's just a genius. His
yeah.
piano playing, I mean, I know he's a reed player, but he oh my gosh, he's amazing
Best
on
of the
piano. Oh, yeah.
best of the best. All right. So what is the title of the song you're going to sing for us now?
It's called Let's Go Out Tonight, and I
Let's
pray I
go
can
out
sing
tonight.
it for you.
All right. Let's go out
Okay.
tonight with Paulette McWilliams. Take it away.
Where the cars go by all the day and night. Why don't you say what's so wrong tonight? Pray for me, praying for the light. Baby, 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 let's go out tonight. Where the lights all shine like I knew they would. Be mine, oh mine. And baby, I'll be good. Pray for me, praying for the light. Baby, 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 let's go out tonight. I know a place where everything's alright, alright. Let's go out tonight. Where the cars go by all the day and night. Be mine, oh mine. What's so wrong tonight? Pray for love. coming out all right. Yeah. Oh, baby, 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 baby. Let's go out tonight. Where the cars go by and the lights all shine like I knew they would, like I knew they would, baby. Be mine, baby, be mine, be mine. Oh, let's go out tonight, baby. Let's go out tonight.
We're just holding on that feeling. All right, start the car. We're going out tonight.
The argument's over. They're going out.
That is it. The argument's over. They're going out. That is beautiful. That is
Thank you.
really,
Thank you.
really
And
beautiful.
it's all on the album.
It's all. I also want to show. We do have a cover of this album here. Tell us about
That's my
this.
new album.
Yes, tell us about this one.
That picture was taken by an incredible photographer introduced to me by my good friend Jan Mullen, who I love and adore. The photographer's name is Anna Weber, and she's brilliant. And she caught me. I mean, she caught things that I didn't know she was catching.
Yeah.
And we said, let's make it the cover. She's just so brilliant, and I love her so much. She said, play in your hair and jump up and down. And I said, okay. And so I did. That's kind of odd for a 71-year-old woman, but hey.
What? Say what?
Yeah. Well, I love it. I love what it says. I mean, I speak to, everyone thinks I'm a lot younger, but I'm 71 and I love it. I really do.
You embrace because it's only a number, and that also means that you've lived life and continue to live life. Like Francis says, Paulette, you are absolutely a beautiful singer. I thank Jim for his show to get to see you tonight. You're one of the best performers we've had on. Thank you. You are it. You are it. I love that.
So much. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of great comments. Beautiful song. Thank you, Paulette, and cheers, and you're really touching people with, of course, Nate says that was beautiful.
Great.
Christine says, Paulette, your voice is just sensational. You're outstanding on all levels,
Thank
which
you
we
so
love. And cheers to you, Jim and Paulette. Nate says, so proud of you. God has truly blessed you as
Yes,
well.
indeed.
And Carla in Brazil says, fabulous. She's loving it. You got your Brazil is in love with you as well.
Oh, thank you. Well, I want to go there. I can do
Yes.
Corcovado.
Yes. Merlin in Canada says, what emotions you put into a song. Absolutely. Not just in the sound of the voice, but you can absolutely see it in your face too, how you just, you are living what you're supposed to be living. You're doing what God put you on the planet.
Thank you. I really believe that. I say that with so much gratitude. I really
What he put you on the planet for, right?
Yes.
He
I
really,
believe-
really,
I believe that. I'm humbly grateful for all of it because I know things could always be different. And that much I've learned, that much wisdom has taught me. I'm ageless in my spirit. My body is 71 and I don't really do anything to take care of it, but just take care of it so that it can match my spirit.
You know what it is? You laugh, and I love that, the fact that you laugh, and that's a beautiful thing because you need to laugh, and especially like a year like this with everything that we've been going through collectively.
Yes.
We need to be able to laugh, right?
Yes.
And some of the things that people have been experiencing, it's truly amazing. So. How have you been able to laugh during all of this that we've been going through? Just through creating and surrounding yourself by love of family and friends?
I laugh at the little things that people don't laugh about
That's a good
because
thing to
being
do.
71 years old, you realize with age comes wisdom for most of us anyway. And at this point in my life, I laugh at so many things because I realize at certain ages, some of those things were really important. Now I look at the things that are, yeah, they're not so important. What's really important is love for your fellow man. There's nothing more important than that. The people that I surround myself with and that I love being around are all people that are full of love, and I love them so deeply. Um, I can't even explain. Of course, I give my life for my daughter and my family, anyone in my family. And I feel that I've learned so much because they say that religion is for those of us who are afraid of going to hell, but spirituality is for those of us who have been to hell and back. And so that's me. So, I mean, and I respect every religion and everybody, so I laugh about things because I think it's really funny. Things are just really fun, and it's just always good to have a great sense of humor about life. And I'm saddened. I mean, I don't show my tears, but it's like the tears of a clown. I'm saddened by the things that we are at, as a society, in the world, the things that we're dealing with and we're going through. It's so traumatic. At the same time, I realize there are tiny little blessings that we have to recognize each and every day. Every day we are blessed with so many things. We have to count those blessings in order for us to elevate and move forward and get into a better place vibrationally, collectively, in order for us to change things. We have to change our view of things, and that's all about love and laughter and everything that fills us with joy. That's where I'm at.
I agree 100%. We say it often, even on this show and in my professional work in television or radio. We've been talking about how what we've been going through now is sort of like a reset. It's almost like God and planet Earth, Mother Nature came together and said, we don't like what you guys have been doing lately, so we're going to shake it up. And in 2020, we're going to give you some heavy things to deal with and see how you come out of it. And I hope that through all of this, we don't return to what they called normal. I hope that we come out of it better.
It'll be a new normal, yeah.
Exactly.
It'll be a new
Better,
normal.
more loving, more
Yes.
empathetic,
Yes.
more, we listen to each other more, we care more, we're friendlier. Because before, everybody was saying, where are the people saying thank you and please and you're welcome? And
I was saying that.
everybody was
I would open
angry.
doors for people and they just walk through and I go, okay. And wouldn't say a thing. And, I felt that a lot. I felt like we were really getting out of control. And all of a sudden this happened, and not that I would want anybody. I'm devastated by all the people, all the deaths, and I'm just devastated by that. However, I do see a difference in people's behavior now. People are working towards, I feel the vibration moving in a way where people are being more loving and acknowledging each other at times when they would not even pay attention. So I think that, God said, okay, I'm putting a stop to all of this, and you guys get it together, and then everything is going to be cool when I'm ready for it to be cool. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm able to be here and exist within a time. I mean, I could tell you stories. I was very sick last year, and I've gone through a lot of different things, and I appreciate. I'm a cancer survivor. I can say that now, but I no longer have it as of now, and I just had it last year. So I'm grateful that I'm here, and not only am I here, I'm singing, and I love singing. So God is gifting me with that, and I feel like it's way bigger than what I even know it could possibly be. It's about me connecting and giving people love and showing what you can do if you just keep believing and loving each other. That's what I believe.
It's a beautiful thing to believe and to live
Yes,
too.
yes,
And so happy that you've sailed through that experience.
yes,
And when you do have experiences like that, whether it's personal for yourself or through, family members and friends that go through things, it sort of adds a little, it changes things a little bit. And there's,
yes,
even if you're already a deep person,
yes,
which I know you are, and I tend to be as well, it
yeah,
just adds in a certain element of extra deepness. And maybe where you also breathe a little bit deeper now, and maybe will you pause a little bit more, and maybe you notice the sunset before, but now you really soak it in and the meaning of it
embrace.
all and embrace it all. And probably, I am sure, have the ability to share with others who you know and relate to others who are going through things in life, having gone through things in life, which is a
Mhm.
beautiful thing, because then we can share our experiences, which could help, having been through experiences, lift others up, right?
Exactly. That is what we're supposed to do. That's how we show love, by helping to lift. When they reach out, we let them reach out, and we grab them and we tell them what we can to help them lift up. And that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. And we're supposed to do it for each and every one that we see that wants it and ready to receive it. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for people that aren't my family, because we're actually all family. That's how I look at it. We are really all are. Oh, I can't hear you.
It's important that we realize that, as time goes on, we really let that sink in, and
Yes.
then we sort of pass it on and we pay it forward.
Mhm.
That's what it's all about too, right?
Yes, it really, really is. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be on your show, Jim.
We
Yay.
love having you here. You're a delight. You're refreshing. You're
Thank
funny. You're talented. You are the real deal. You're authentic. There's no
you.
airs about you. You're just, hey, I'm Paulette. This is my gift. Let me share it with you
Yes,
to help you smile and be happy and be soulful and heart centric. And that's a beautiful reason to be doing the work you love, right?
yes, it really is. It really is. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. This is my venue. This is my reason for doing what I do. And I'm supposed to connect and create and share. And the next person, I believe that God gave each and every one of us a talent, a gift, and we're supposed to use that to share and love and learn how to love ourselves as well as love others. So I'm very, very grateful for where I am in the midst of all of this, and whatever it is I can do. I will say to everybody, make sure you go vote. I won't be political, but make sure you vote.
It's a right and a luxury for us
It
that
really is.
we take for granted oftentimes, and not everybody gets that opportunity. So
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Um, Fortnite Gaming says big fan. So
Oh,
you've got the gaming world that loves you too. All the video gamers, you've got them too. They love
thank
you.
you.
See, I tell you. Um,
Um,
we have another song here that you shared, 17.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd love to share that. I'm going to set that up here too. Tell us about that one.
Is this the black and white sessions one?
Yes.
Okay, because it's also on Woman's Story. And Kamau did another beautiful arrangement that Janice Ian loves also. And she loves this version also. This is the Black and White Sessions version, which a beautiful woman who has an amazing voice by the name of Carrie Larson, who's one of the most generous people, asked me to be part of Black and White Sessions. And I asked her, but she was very open to it. And I can't remember how it happened. But I did her show, and that's how this whole thing came about. I drove down, I forget where we drove. Where was it, Scott, that we drove? Near San Diego? Near San Diego.
Mm.
See, I got my guy over
Yeah.
there. Okay. Near San Diego, and we went there, and she was so sweet. And I only found out later that she can really sing too. Really sing. And I was so blown away by her sweetness and her kindness. And she said, "Go in and do your thing." She was so supportive, and she talked to me, did an interview, and she talked about some of the things I'd done. So I had made up my mind to do Janice Ian's song because Janice Ian and I have become friends through corresponding email. And I love Janice Ian so much. I love her writing. I love her work. There are some writers that I really love: Brenda Russell, Janice Ian, of course, Joni Mitchell. And just this time it was Janice Ian. And so that's why I did this song at Black and White Sessions. I wanted to pay tribute to Janice because this song is one of my favorite songs. And I've been singing it since it came out. So that's
All right, 17.
yes.
We're going to enjoy that right now. The
Thank you.
incredible and incomparable Paulette McWilliams. Enjoy, everybody.
Thank you.
I learned the truth at 17 that love was meant for beauty queens and high school girls with clear skin smiles who married young and then retired. The Valentines I never knew, the Friday night charades of youth were spent on one more beautiful. At 17, I learned the truth. And those of us with ravaged faces, lacking in the social graces, desperately remained at home, inventing lovers on the phone. They called to say, "Come dance with me," and murmured vague obscenities. It isn't all it seemed at 17. A brown-eyed girl in hand-me-downs, whose name I never could pronounce, said, "Pity please the ones who serve, they only get what they deserve." The rich relation, hometown queens, marries into what she needs, with a guarantee of company and a haven for the elderly. Remember those who win the game lose the love they sought to gain in debentures of quality and dubious integrity. Their small town eyes will gape at you in dull surprise when payment due exceeds accounts received at 17. To those of us who knew the pain of Valentines that never came, those whose names were never ever called when choosing sides at basketball. It was long ago and far away. The world was different than today. Dreams were all they ever gave for free to ugly duckling girls like me, like me, like me, like me. Ooh, the Valentines I never knew, the Friday night charades of the youth were spent on one more beautiful, and at 17 I learned the truth. I was only 17, I learned the truth.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank
Simply beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Thank you, Jim. Thank
God.
you. I'd like to honorably mention a few people that have been so incredible to me, helping me to put this Woman's Story project together, if that's okay. First of all, Greg Pasinko, who's my manager, it's been awesome. And also Kamal Kenyatta. But not more than them, there's a woman who just got behind me. Her name is Eleanor Carlson, and Rick Carlton, and got behind me and helped me, sponsored me, and helped me to complete this project and move this project into such an incredible place. She is my sister. She's an incredible woman. Her name is, once again, Eleanor Carlton, and I love her deeply. And her husband, she's recently married, Rick Carlton, and they've been so supportive of my career that I just had to give them an honorable mention. I just had to say that because she's been such a phenomenal person. And all of my wonderful friends that have been so supportive of me, because at this age, you know, Jim, a lot of people are telling you to retire. And I'm just not going to do that. I feel like I'm just beginning. Why would I want to retire now with the energy God has given me? Why would I want to stop? You know?
If you take 71 and reverse it, it's 17.
Yes.
See?
Very true. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I tell you. So when you look at all of this, when you look at your extraordinary body of work and all of the time and the toil and the years and the love and the people you've had an opportunity to work with and share, you know, the stages with and the studios with, and just these wonderful experiences that are not only legendary but extraordinary as well. You really have been blessed, continue to be blessed, but you also understand what it's all about. And that's, I think, why people gravitate to you, and they always have. And you've surrounded yourself with people who also are like that, people who really care about what they do, people who want to make a difference, people who touch lives through their art. When you look at all of these experiences and all this wonderful opportunity and blessing you've had, what are the things that continue to inspire you to continue creating for the greater good of all of us?
Just seeing life and seeing changes through life, because the truth is everything changes from day to day, and being able to witness and embrace those changes allows me to, for lack of a better way of saying it, keep up with the times, so to speak, and to just continue to move forward and be who I am. The longer I'm here, the more I gravitate to who I truly am spiritually. So I think that that's the most important thing. And that's what I take with me, because all of this has been, I mean, we are all the sum total of our experiences, each one of us. And all of the experiences that I've had, and they've been some incredible, incredible blessings. Some, I mean, they're not even mentioned in many places, but I should say that all of these things have helped me to grow and realize that I am here for a much bigger reason than I know, that I'm nothing. I'm just a little peanut, not even. And the things that I must learn in order to get to that next place ultimately, I'm just always working on evolving, period. I know that sounds so cliche, but that's my biggest thing, to always grow and evolve and to be the best person that I can be. There's so many, Jim, there's so many incredible singers out there that I know and love so well. And I could name so many for you. Go, oh, wow, yeah. And I've sung with so many of them. There's some great singers out here, and I love singers. We have special journeys because we carry our instrument in our bodies. And that's a lot of things, a lot of musicians don't realize it, because singers, we get a bad rap sometimes. And we carry our instrument with us everywhere we go. We have to take special care of everything that we do because our body is our instrument. And I've learned more and more about how to do those things, take care of myself, so my grandchildren can see Grandma really takes care of herself. And my daughter can say, Mom's really taking care of herself. I want them to have that, so it'll inspire them and all the other young people. I mean, I've taught classes, different master classes at schools out here and different places. I taught classes, and I tell my students, the main thing to always be is authentic. Be authentic and true to yourself. Don't try to sing like anyone else. Don't try to be like anyone else. Listen to that voice that teaches you and tells you to be who you are. And that's what I like to leave, to be who you are and embrace who that is, and stretch and explore who that is.
Beautifully said. That's exactly what it's all about.
It is.
And somebody who did do that, who we also lost early this year, that you had an opportunity to also meet, is Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, we did a Nike spot together a couple of years ago, just 2 years ago, when he left, basketball. Was that 2 years or was it last year? It was 2 years,
Yeah.
2018. And when he left basketball, my son-in-law, who's a director, had said, they call me Nana. Everybody calls me Nana. Said, Nana, there's something that I'm going to be directing, and you have to audition for it. I'm not going to give you a break just because you're my Nana. You're the Nana. He said, you have to go and audition, and he told me where to go and audition, and I went and I auditioned. And he reached out to me the next day and he said, they really loved you. They really, really loved you. And he said, and I didn't influence them at all. So I auditioned, and not only did I get the audition to sing the spot, but they had me as the vocal coach. That particular spot, you can actually pull it up on YouTube. But the coaches are out singing. A lot of the players are singing. I coached each one of them to sing their parts. And Kobe, and he was directing, and we had a lot of fun doing that commercial for Nike. And he was such a kind person. I mean, his energy was so kind. You didn't feel like you had to tense up just because he was in the room. There are some people that want you to feel that way, when we should always make people feel welcome. And he was one of those people.
Beautifully said, said, and that's why the outpouring of support when he passed was so great, because people felt so incredibly connected. Yeah. And you get that as well. How does it make you feel when you hear from people how they're touched by the beauty of your essence and of your work all these years?
Well, I always feel grateful. That's always my first feeling, that they, not only do they reach out to say it, because, not everybody will say that to you. It takes energy and it takes commitment from them to actually come to you and give that olive branch, and so I always acknowledge the fact that they're giving that love when they talk to me. And I embrace them and let them know that I think, you know, in turn, I think that they were wonderful to actually say something like that. And I try to, sometimes I make conversations and ask them what they're doing and how they're doing. I had one student come to me. I sang at Joe's Pub in New York many times. I know you know Joe's Pub. And I had a young student. I did a song that I had co-written called The Gift. And she came to me and she was crying. And she said, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do until I heard you sing your song. And I was moved to, I could feel my eyes watering. So those are the kinds of things that I said, you be you. No matter what anyone else tries to tell you. People want to tell you and project onto you what they feel. But only you know what it is you want to do. And you be you. And she was so happy. I hugged her. And it was a beautiful experience. Yeah. So that's what it is.
That is what it is. You know, just listening to the speaking voice is very beautiful as well. Because you're renowned for voiceover work too, right?
I've done, oh my gosh, jingles, and I've done not a lot of voiceover work, but I want to do more. I want to do cartoons, animated cartoons. I would love to do that. I did. I don't know if you remember the "Milk It Does Your Body Good" campaign. Milk It Does Your Body Good. I did that, and I did in Chicago. I did voiceovers for Johnson's products, Johnson's beauty products, Johnson's for people of color. You know, I did those kinds of things. So I've done quite a few things. I can't remember them all. Yeah.
But you have a voice that sort of draws people in and has a sultry effect and beautiful essence to it as well. Really, really nice. Was there anything else you wanted to perform before we wrap? Anything you had?
Wow, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Is there anything else I can perform, Scott? Can I perform anything else? I can. Do we have "Chasing the Sun"? Maybe. Can we get
That's
it?
a nice one.
That's
Yeah.
the one. That's the one that Donny Hathaway and Tennyson Stevens, who's out here actually. Tennyson wrote the lyrics. Donny wrote the music, and it's so ironic. And ironic is not even the right word. That I sing sometimes with his daughter. She actually did a Vocal Mania show with us. Her name is Kenya Hathaway. And I've met, and I know Layla Hathaway. I actually met Layla when I was singing backup for Mary J. Blige. And I was introduced to Layla at that time. But to meet them after knowing their dad was such an amazing thing. Do we have "Chasing the Sun"?
It's going to take a minute.
It's going to take a minute. Do we have a minute?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
I was saying earlier, Donnie sang the theme to Maude on CBS.
Yes.
And then there's Maude.
Yeah, and there's Mom. Yeah, yeah.
Just hit one of those great voice. Lost him too early as
I
well.
know,
Just
I
one of
know.
those great
I
voices.
know. Isn't it a shame we've lost so many and so young?
Is there anybody that you would still love to work with, whether it's just being something that they've produced, or something that they bring you in to sing, like maybe a duet with somebody,
I
or
would love to sing with. Wow, I'm choking.
yeah.
I would love to
This
sing.
conversation has you all choked up.
I'm all choked up. I would love to sing with Gregory Porter, Harry Connick Jr. Who else? Of course, Stevie Wonder is a given. But those three, I think that's the first thing that comes to the top of my head.
Those are good ones. Now,
Yeah.
anybody that you would like to have who's no longer with us, like a Nat King Cole or an
Oh my God, are you kidding? Of course.
yeah.
Nat King Cole, Teddy Pendergrass. Oh my gosh, Joe Williams, Bill Withers. I actually almost worked with Bill Withers. I met him and he called me and I went to his place. I don't know if it was his place or just his place of work. And For some reason, it didn't. The whole project didn't come off, but it had nothing to do with me. But I just got the thumbs up if you want to hear "Chasing the Sun."
You got that thumbs up from the levity.
Yeah, from Levity.
Absolutely.
Oh, Levity and Levity, Levity and Levity.
That's
My
it.
voice is getting all choked up when I'm talking about people with emotion. I'm getting all choked up.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Excuse
the
me if my
memories.
voice is a little weird. I'm going to do one more for you. You got it.
We thank you very much. Here's the wonderful and incomparable, once again, beautiful inside and out, Paulette McWilliams.
Okay. Well, we are downloading, and it'll just be 1 minute. So hang in there. 1 minute.
Actually, that sounds perfect,
We're
like a
downloading
voiceover.
music.
Your voice could be used on like computer systems. Hey, Microsoft, are you listening? Hire her for voiceover.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Chasing the sun all across the sky. Is it real? This magic that I feel. I love when we're together. Millions of fireflies are guiding us through the night. And much to my delight, this could go on forever. I love when we're together. I love when we are one. Soft summer breezes blowing inside my mind, and love's all around us makes it seem like a dream. That's the way that it feels when you're near me. Chasing the sun all across the sky. Is it real? This magic that I feel. I love when we're together. Soft summer breezes blowing inside my mind, and love's all around us makes it seem like a dream. That's the way that it feels when you're near me. Ooh, chasing the sun all across the sky. Chasing the sun all across the sky makes me feel like I'm in love. Chasing the sun, chasing the sun makes me feel so real. That's what I feel. Chasing the sun, chasing the sun. Oh, God, what a do.
I love the laugh that comes after.
It just, I'm just so tickled. I'm sitting here singing. I'm like, Thanks, God. Yay.
Isn't it great? Isn't it great?
It
Because,
is, it
you
really
know,
is.
probably through a lot of this, because a lot of the folks who've been hopping on the show have been saying
Mhm,
those kinds of things. They've been like, oh
mhm.
my God, this has been like a blessing. I haven't had a
Yeah,
chance to really do it in a while through everything that's been going on. And
right.
as they're popping on the show, not only do they want to express their art form, but they want to open up about their lives as you've done with me and our audience so expressively, authentically, and beautifully as
Thank
well. I think that this time that we're living in is a time where people are wanting and needing to express their joy and their happiness and their, you know, the things that they want to share with the world. It's one of
Right.
the, you know, I do all this work professionally as a television radio host, but 18 weeks ago I brought in the TV equipment and built the home studio and created the
That's amazing.
show as a way
Yeah.
to also connect with people and try to inspire them and put, you know, something even as we hopefully get past COVID and
Mhm.
will continue to do because it's such a beautiful way to stay connected with
Yes,
everybody
it is.
and have deeper um, relationships and conversations that sometimes we would have the opportunity to do if you were in, you know, a network television studio
Yeah.
with me. We're doing an interview. It would be a quick, you know, 11-minute thing, show the CD cover. Okay, what's the book? And then see ya. We really get to go deep here. And that's what I love
Mhm.
about this. And you're
Here's the
very
blessing.
good
Yeah.
at doing that too.
Oh, thank you, Jim. This is a blessing. This is the blessing. These are some of the things that we can take with us as we move forward into the new normal. Doing things like this, we will continue this as much as well as do other things. Of course, getting out those things, but this is the blessing. Finding out that this is how we more ways that we can really connect. This is such a blessing, Jim. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Do you ever get a chance to mentor and inspire the youth that are coming up that want to come into the field of singing and performing and entertaining as well?
Yes, actually, I have, and I have a few students that are still with me that are still singing. Still singing; they're babies. One is her name is April, April K. She's a brilliant singer, and then I have another one. Her name is Nominjin, and I call her Nomi. She's a brilliant singer. They're up and coming, wonderful, wonderful singers, songwriters. You will hear from them. They're so good, and hi, Greg, I see you. And yes, I do. And I have students. I teach at the Los Angeles Songwriting School. I do classes there from time to time. And big thanks to Rob Seals, who owns the school, who's so generous. I have students that are there. I have many students that reach out to me constantly, consistently on Instagram. All the time we stay in touch with one another. Because of COVID, we can't see each other, of course, but we're always supportive of one another. So yes, I do have those students, and they're some brilliant singers. Sophie Ann, Jamila Ford, like I said, April K, April Kilborn, and Nomi Nominjin. They're wonderful singers, just absolutely beautiful.
Mm, that is
And I
so
mentioned
wonderful.
their names. I had to.
Oh, absolutely mention their names. These are all people in your life that, you
Mhm.
know, you inspire and they inspire you. And there's nothing more beautiful when that sort of symbiotic
Mhm.
circular motion is happening, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And there are some other, I guess you could call them my peers, but I mean, there's some other singers out here that I just absolutely love, like Denise Donatelli, Carmen Bradford. All of us singers, we're all just out here doing our thing. There's Cy Smith, who's a wonderful singer. There's all these Daniels. I know you've probably heard of a lot of these ladies. They're out there doing what I do. I just have so much respect for them. Melanie Daniels, like I said, Cindy Mizell, Sharon Bryant, Lynn Davis. These girls can sing. Kenya Hathaway, Charlene Carmon. I mean, these girls can sing. Charlotte Gibson. I mean, Nita Whitaker. These girls can sing, and I just have so much love and respect for them. I just think that everybody's doing their thing, and they're so loving and supportive. So I feel very blessed. Really, I do.
Well, you are, and you fully understand it and you get what it's all about. And I think that's really a touching and beautiful thing and very refreshing because you don't always see that in life or in business or in industry. And the influences of the family and the folks around you in the early years obviously sunk in, and you always were and are a listener. You observe life, you feel it, you flow through all of it, the good, bad, the ugly, everything that happens. And then you turn it into this beautiful art so soulfully and so beautifully. And I think, again, that's what really touches people to the core, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of noise out there. And then there's the good stuff and the good people. And you might have to in life filter through a lot of that other stuff to get to the essence of what it's all about and to find the good stuff and the good people. But when you do, wow, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention Tierney Sutton. I love her too. Jane Monheit. I love those ladies too.
It's like being,
not mentioning anybody.
it's like being at the Grammys, right? I want to thank, and I want to thank, but it's important.
I know, it's just, these ladies are all doing their thing and so spectacularly. You know,
It takes a village.
Really, really, they're just, and of course Kenny Washington. You know, I didn't name any of the guys, but they're do. You know, we're all out there just doing our thing and embracing and loving what it is we do. So I'm grateful.
Before we get ready to wrap, is there anything that you have sort of on your bucket list, anything that you haven't done yet of all these incredible things you've done over these decades and continue to do? Is there anything that you still say, I still want to do that?
I don't know if it can happen because I know how busy he is, but I would love to do a song of standards with Quincy again, because I know that's something he wanted to do with me at one time. And Kamal, never without Kamal. And do some obscure covers. That's one of the things I would love to do. And then there are places I want to go, travel places, and those kinds of things. Yeah.
You love Christmas too, don't you? You love the holidays. Yeah.
Did you see the Christmas video?
Yes. You love singing Christmas music too?
Yes.
I love Christmas music.
Yeah, I love Christmas music. And Betsy Hammer and Brooks Arthur wrote a song, and I decided to do a video. And my friend Tim Pinch, who's helping me right now, along with Scott Dodson, who's helping me right now, we did a video together. I don't know, do you have the video, the Christmas video that I did?
I don't think we have that one.
Oh,
but
I thought he sent it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called The Wonders of Christmas. It's a great video that I did. And I'm singing, it's an original song by Betsy Hammer and Brooks Arthur. And
Very nice.
I love Christmas. I love it, especially because I have grandchildren. Even though they're getting older.
Would you do a full Christmas album?
I would, but I would want to do songs that are not done all the time. Or if I do some that are done a lot, I would want them to have very different arrangements, but also keeping the melody familiar, like, so people will love the song, because you have to remember to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're talking about that wonderful opportunity to do a little bit more with Quincy. What about traveling? Have you had an opportunity to do a lot of traveling over the years and all the different tour dates? There are places that you've traveled that you really love, or places that you would still like to go and perform at?
Yes, well, I've traveled a lot. I've been to Russia over 13 times, all over Russia. And I've traveled to Thailand and to Singapore and Indonesia and to Switzerland and to Denmark, Amsterdam, of course, a part of the Benelux countries, right? And goodness, Italy, Spain, I've been all those places. I love traveling. I really love traveling. I would love to go back to France, to Nice. I've been to Paris many times. There are wonderful jazz clubs there. I always look for the jazz clubs. I love Japan. I've been to Tokyo and different cities in Japan. I love China. I love traveling. I've been to a lot of places. Oh my gosh! But I would love to go to Africa. I've not gone to Africa. And I really do want to go to Africa and also to Greece and to Turkey. Those places I've not traveled to yet. And I definitely want those places on my travel log.
So hopefully when all of this,
Yes.
passes by,
Mhm.
and maybe we can have you come back. I mean, you're welcome back anytime, but
Oh,
maybe
thank
as we
you.
get closer to the holidays and we can share some of the Christmas
Oh, okay.
material,
Sure.
that would be beautiful. And then maybe there'll be other things that we can share with the audience that you're working on that you're doing too.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. I would love it. I would love it. Thank you so much.
Well, this was truly a pleasure, and thank you so much for all of the incredible time. You really are, a national treasure. You really are a woman of great distinction and beauty inside and out, and it really is an honor and a pleasure to have you in our world of levity here on the Jim Masters Show Live. You're welcome back. The door is open anytime. We hope to have you back real soon, and I really hope you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you, Paulette.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down. I love it. I think you're awesome. I thank you for even doing this platform, for your heart to open up to do this, the work that it had to take for you to put this together. That's love. And I really, really, really want you to know that I appreciate it. I really do. Giving us this venue, this platform. Oh, wow. I mean, I really am grateful. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you for those beautiful words, Paulette. And we wish you nothing but continued blessings and joy in your life for you and your family and your crew off to the left of you there, who have been working yeoman's work to plug everything in and get it all
Yes.
perfect for us. We appreciate them
What do I
and
appreciate that?
your family and your fans. And I can't wait to have you back again so we can share, and maybe around the holiday time that would be kind of beautiful because
That
we
would
can
be
have you
awesome.
sing some holiday songs and things of that nature.
Absolutely.
You're a blessing, you're a beautiful person, and you've really graced us with your elegance and beautiful voice tonight. We thank you so very much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you very much.
I'm
Bye.
not a good goodbye person, so
Me
it's
either.
tough to
I'm
say.
well
No,
enough.
it's they're like 20-minute
Yeah, I
goodbyes.
can't wait to see you in person. I'm gonna hug you.
Absolutely, I'm ready. We'll break bread, pour wine, and we'll
Oh, I would
laugh.
love that. Thank
That's right. You keep that laugh going too.
you. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Love you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye now. Is she not amazing? She's truly a treasure. I see all these great comments coming in here, and yeah, I think it would be wonderful to have her back during the holidays, and maybe we can share the holiday material as well. That would be wonderful. I wanted to sort of save it for then, so she can come back on the show. If you have not heard it or seen it, it's extraordinary. She gave us a lot of time too. I mean, we've been on for 2 hours and 29 minutes, so we didn't want to keep her, too long. She has to rest her voice. So stick with us in future episodes. We'll have her back and we'll share some of her Christmas material. A little bit of a tease there for you here on the show. Thank you for all these great comments. Offshore Explorer Scott Dodgson is here. Wow, what a cool profile picture that is. I kind of like that. I see you. That's right. Cool. And he's got the care sign there. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Nate, wonderful show. Thanks, Jim. Great job, sis. Yeah, blessing of a wonderful, I have a beautiful and wonderful sister as well. And you're blessed to have a wonderful sister. And she loves and she's proud of you too, Nate. Did you hear what she was saying? Blessings to you in the Windy City there in Chicago, Nate. Thanks for being with us on the show. We're here every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Great show tonight, Renee. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And yes, we will have her back. Maybe I'd love to have her back prior to the holidays because we can do some wonderful Christmas material, which is one of my favorite times of the year. And obviously, Paulette loves it as well. And good night and great show. Thank you very much, Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Amazing show. Linda in Florida. And I love it. Thank you, Paulette. Everybody's thanking. That is so beautiful. I love all of this. Positivity. Thank you very much. Bless you for being so charming. Yes, Paulette absolutely is. That's what we love. Greg says, thank you, Jim Masters, for your remarkable shows, spreading the word. Thank you very much, Greg. I appreciate that. Lots of claps, ovations from Willie in Holland. We love that as well. Linda says, Paulette is officially a levity now. Yes, she is. She is a levity. Great show. Everybody standing ovation, loving it from all around the world. That's why I love a very viewer interactive show. So much fun tonight. Good night and great show. Carla in Brazil, great show. Thanks, Jim. Good stuff. Absolutely beautiful. We will see you again just in time to celebrate Christmas, Paulette. God bless you. Yes, I'd love to have her back for something we do prior to Christmas, if she has the time, of course. She was very gracious tonight with the time. Great show. Thanks, Jim. Thank you very much. Really, really beautiful, wasn't it? Absolutely. And she, outstanding performances. 3 songs there for us, which was very, very beautiful for her to do, to share with all of us here on the show exclusively. And we thank her crew, too, because, you know, with all the different technology, she had the whole setup, you know, all of the music and just a lot of equipment there like we have here. So you got to get it all set up and all put away. But this was terrific. I want to tell you that tomorrow, boy, do we have a week of incredible guests coming up. I do want to tell you next Saturday night, Richard Pryor Jr., my dear friend Richard Pryor Jr., is going to be here. He is a guest next Saturday night. Can't wait to have him. Also on my birthday, September 24th, the Voices of Classic Soul are going to be here. That's right. They are the voices from the Temptations, the Four Tops, the Drifters, and the Platters. And these fine gentlemen are going to be performing live on my birthday, September 24th. So more great music coming up. That is a very special treat. They and their reps approached me. They've been watching the show. They love our entertainment lifestyle talk show series here. They like the vibe, the feeling. It is quite unique. And, you know, we take time. We don't rush through stuff here. We take time. We have the time. You know what I mean? Life is short, so take time. You don't have to rush through everything. So these guys are going to be with us on the 24th of September for the birthday, and I can't believe that's happening. It's going to be spectacular. I absolutely can't wait for that. And we are blessed with, so that's the 24th, right? So jot that down, mark your calendars, that they are going to be here on the 24th. We have the renowned and legendary dancer, performer, entertainer, dance instructor, and so much more. Gary Flannery is going to be here tomorrow. Yes, he is a legend, and we are so excited to be here tomorrow. He's going to perform some wonderful material for us as well. He is here tomorrow. The incomparable singer and actress Jennifer Roberts is going to be here on Wednesday, and then the list goes on. We'll keep you updated. We have the whole week is booked with guests. We are booked with guests all the way till November. Second week already of November, and here we are just starting September. That's truly amazing, and it's really a blessing. And we thank so much our beautiful and wonderfully talented guest, Paulette McWilliams. Again, like I had mentioned at the top of the show, she, you've heard her voice in so many different things, whether it's through being involved in different groups or collaborations with Johnny Mathis and Marvin Gaye and Luther Vandross and Michael Jackson and you name it, the incomparable Quincy Jones and so many others. And she's still performing, she's still radiant, and she still loves life and gets it and understands what it's all about. And don't you love her laugh? I love her laugh. She laughs through it all. She laughs before, during, and after. I just love it. You can see it. She's so soulful. And that's an amazing, amazing thing. We absolutely love that. So, you know, you guys are loving it. All these great comments. Looking forward to upcoming shows. That's right. Good night, Jim and everyone. Thank you for another amazing show. Can't wait until Paulette returns for Christmas. Yes, we'd love to have her here around the Christmas time. That would be fantastic. Good night, Jim, and thanks. Have a good night, all. We appreciate that. Really, really cool. And I've got exciting news. Thank you very much, Crystal. Yes, Crystal Nolan is our viewer of the week. That's right. We are celebrating Crystal Nolan. You are our viewer of the week, Crystal. Congratulations. You can go around town and tell everybody that you're the viewer of the week. Our viewer of the week has been Christopher Joseph in Ohio. So we are now celebrating Crystal Nolan, who is in Connecticut. You are now officially our viewer of the week for the next week. And we appreciate you being with us here as well. A toast to you, Crystal Nolan. You're the viewer of the week on the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show Series. Congratulations, Crystal. You're amazing. I've known you a long time, and you're truly a beautiful person inside and out. And we congratulate you for being a part of our show as well. Congratulations, Crystal. Congratulations, Crystal. Congratulations, Crystal. From a lot of previous viewers of the week as well. Congratulations, Crystal. Again, that's something we do exclusively here on the show. Carla in Brazil says congratulations, and Jen Miller says congratulations, and Ralph does, and Jennifer Barry does, and Marilyn does. That's something we do exclusively on this show. We celebrate the viewers as much as we celebrate, everything we're doing here. And that's what it's all about. Somebody asked way back, are the levities the crew, meaning people involved with this show? Well, yeah, sure, they're levities. I'm a levity. All the viewers are levities, and the guests are levities as well. So that's where the levity really is coming from. And again, it would be nice to get Paulette back. I'd love to share the video and have her perform live again. She really, went over and beyond. But you can tell the guests, when they're on the show, they really have a good time, don't they? I have a great time. I love it. I love the flow, the vibe, everything we create here. But you can tell that the guests, if they've never been on anything like this before, a lot of them have been on a lot of different kinds of shows. But the feedback I get after, the letters, the texts, their personal phone calls, the emails of how they have felt being on the show, some of these comments, the feedback I get from the guests, it's extraordinary. It really touches my heart. How they've never had this amount of time to express themselves, how they've never had a platform like this, how we've all been so supportive and warm and friendly and giving during all of this. And that's what I do anyway in my professional work. Even though I have the title of host, it doesn't mean that I'm, saying I'm in charge. When we have a guest or when we have viewers, it's all about all of us. It's a communal experience. So cool stuff. And your dad is Greg. Now we know the connection to Fortnite Gaming. And she was very excited to see that Fortnite Gaming loves Paulette. And now you love the Jim Masters Show Live. That is cool. Kathleen Walker says, congratulations, Crystal. She was viewer of the week. Crystal as well, from Willie, who was. Congratulations. Crystal Nolan says, thank you, Jim Masters. I am truly honored. Yes. So now you can go into the supermarket with your mask on. You can go around town, social distancing, or all around, you're in Connecticut, so you can go all around Connecticut and tell everybody, guess what? I am the viewer of the week on the Jim Masters Show Live. Yeah, you have that distinction. So congratulations, Crystal Nolan, our next viewer of the week. Christopher takes the baton and he passes it off to the wonderful Crystal Nolan. And you've got all kinds of congratulations from all around the world here, which is wonderful. Yeah. They all say they love it. Yeah, they do. It's really amazing. I get phone calls, texts, and then they tell other people, and then they want to come on the show. Some people, they watch the show first to see, hey, what am I getting involved in? What kind of show? Because some of them, they've been on so many different kinds of shows, and maybe it doesn't always work out. Every guest we've had has really loved the experience, and that's the way it is. We're just going to grow it and expand it. We're not going to change the flow and the feeling and the vibe because I think it's unique. We're just going to, we're always doing tweaks and fine tuning. We've done it with the set. We're doing it with the set and the other. You got to grow and expand and morph and pivot and change, right? But we're new. So we're 18 weeks old. So we've built this to levels that have exceeded my expectations. That's the word. We're tapping into my experience and using it for the show. my expectation, I think, and just in terms of all of the fabulous people around the world that watch faithfully, all the amazing people who have hopped on as guests, and also when we don't have a guest, the beautiful time that we have together. Thank you for the title. You will tell everybody. You do so. You are Viewer of the Week. Absolutely. Good stuff. We really appreciate all of you being here. And as always, you know, there are things that we do here all the time. We say relax, breathe, take care of one another, love one another, be good to one another. That's something that you should do. Take care of one another and try to relax as much as you can. Life is not always going to be perfect. Not every day is going to be perfect. However, if you relax, you've got a head start. And as always, we do say, I need an assistant that's about 3 feet tall to just hand me the thing over here. You know, the star that all of you love. This assistant over here. Got to give them heels like this. I might be the host of the show and the producer and the star of the show, but you guys, as far as I'm concerned, are the stars as well. All of you around the world, you and you and you. You're a star on the Jim Masters Show Live. That's how we feel here at Broadcast Central. So, good stuff. Great show. We thank our phenomenal guest, the wonderful Paulette McWilliams. We also thank our wonderful friends at LMG, Lampkin Music Group, for all their love and support as well of our show. They're big fans and supporters of our show, and they get the word out, and we really appreciate that, and we love them as well. Ralph and the team. And we love all of you. We love all of you. And it's 3:46 a.m. where Willie is. Now you can sleep. Glad you enjoyed the show as well. 17 days until Voices of Classic Soul and birthday. I know. I can't believe it. September 24th. Everyone have a good night. Thanks, Jim, as well. Amazing show with Gary Flannery, the legendary dancer and entertainer, is going to be here. Also, dance instructor. He was in All That Jazz, too. The legendary All That Jazz. Just to give you a little teaser on who Gary Flannery is, just Google him today. Between today and tomorrow, you'll see who he is. He's extraordinary. He was watching tonight, too. He enjoyed tonight's show. He even said that Paulette's going to be a tough act to follow. Oh, he's got the chops, that's for sure. Jen is Zen. And the other Jens, you got Jennifer and you've got Jen. All loving it. Have a great night to you as well. Have a good night to you, Linda in Florida, Mr. Levity. Good night, Levities. Another wonderful show here on the Jim Masters Show Live. If you've missed an episode and want to see anything again, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel right there, Jim Masters TV at YouTube. We'd love it if you would click subscribe. Some people ask me when they see subscribe, does that mean they have to pay anything? You know how when you're like a cable subscriber or you're subscribed to a magazine or Netflix or whatever, you have to pay monthly? Not to be a YouTube subscriber. You just click subscribe. It's the same thing as like liking something or following something. I don't know why they use the word subscribe because people have asked me, does that mean subscribe means pay? Not with YouTube. That's not what that is. The word subscribe on YouTube is the same thing as saying like or follow. So if you click that red button on the Jim Masters TV page on YouTube and you click subscribe, you're basically liking the channel. You're telling us you like the channel, you like the content, and you want to follow it. So we encourage you to like it. And there is a notification bell there too you can click so you don't miss any episodes in the archives of our broadcast series, but also some other cool content we upload on there as well. So, and again, it's always a pleasure when you guys are here. We love having you here on the show every night as best as you can join us. Thanks for bringing Paulette to us. Love her. You are very, very welcome. Glad to see him on here tonight. Gary, yeah. Wishing everyone on here a great night. You too, Francis. You guys have a great night. Everybody have a great night. Lots of levity. Lots of joy. Don't forget, again, share the levity all around the world. Smile as often as you can and share the smiles with others. And find your go-to place. Living along the coast here, the go-to place is, you know the go-to place, right? For me, it's the ocean. For you, it might be the mountains. Or it might be somewhere else. Find your go-to place. Get there. We were just there today. It was absolutely beautiful along the coast today. Absolutely beautiful. needing real levity hugs. None of us have hugged in 6 months, but for now, virtual levity hugs is all we get. And I can't wait to get that big hug from Paulette. She says, I want to see you in person and give you a big hug. Can't wait for that. Fortnite Gaming, your mother is Diane? Delyn? Really? Wow. You're in the know, Fortnite Gaming. You got connections. Diane's going to be a guest on our show as well. This is amazing. Night, night. Zzz. Exactly. All right, gang, we're going to wrap up. We thank you very much. Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time till next time right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Any last comments coming in before we wrap? Virtual levity hugs to all the levities. Hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. We sure did. A little bit different than normal, right? A little bit different. Social distancing, masks, and not everything is open. So we were along the coast. We had a beautiful day on the coast. Well, we live along the coast, but I mean, we were literally in the water, on the water, and enjoyed it. Paulette was truly levity. You got it. I think she really loved the vibe that we have here. So she's welcome back anytime. And it'll be kind of cool to have her back so we can really, she loves Christmas, as do I, so maybe we can do a mini Christmas show or something. That would be really cool. We'll have to work on that. We'll put that together. And also, we want to mention 2-hour goodbyes. Love, you got it. Talking about the Levity Cruise. I know some of you have asked about that. We are working on doing that, putting a cruise together. I've done it with two radio shows I hosted, one on iHeartRadio, one on another broadcast outlet. And we went on a cruise with all of the listeners who would listen to the radio show that I was hosting for years on iHeartRadio. So many of you have said you want to do something similar. We go on a Jim Masters Show Levity Cruise, where we cruise to somewhere special together. So a lot of you have voiced a real interest in that and said, you've already said, I want to go, I want to be on there. So we'll keep you posted on that. If you want us to create a levity cruise, that would probably happen maybe later 2021, of course, because none of that is happening now. But just let us know. A lot of you have already said, yeah, absolutely, I want to do a Jim Masters Show levity cruise. Can you imagine all the levity that would be on that cruise, wherever we would sail off to? All the food, all the great entertainment, and maybe even some of these guests would be on it as well. That would be cool. And all the fun we would have together, the levity cruise with Jim Masters and crew, and all the viewers, the levities, that would be cool. So I know you ask me all the time to remind everybody about that idea of doing the levity cruise. I love the idea. So we are going to put that together as well. Good night, Jen is Zen. Labor Day as well. You got it. We're laboring on the day, but we're going to wrap up the laboring. We are back here tomorrow. I'm on the air on the radio with my professional work tomorrow, and then other television work, and then I'll be back here in the same spot, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live on the Jim Masters Show Live. And I hope you guys are here as well. A couple more comments coming in. We're still working on that. Yeah, everybody wants levity mugs and t-shirts and all. Absolutely. Working on that. Yes, she is. Yes, in a few weeks. You got it. She's going to be here in a few weeks. Good stuff. Make sure you tell everybody, too, on YouTube that she's going to be on. Have Fortnite Gaming. I'm sure you know 1 million people on YouTube. Tell all your buddies to subscribe to the Jim Masters TV channel, because it's a very cool channel. And your mom is going to be a guest on the Jim Masters Show Live, which is going to be on the YouTube channel. So round up the troops, all the gamers. There's lots of them too. So working on the mugs, yes, and the t-shirts and everything else. With the social distancing and all, it's a little bit hard, but we are working on all that. We want to do it right. Logos and everything. Our goodbyes will start the hellos tomorrow. Tomorrow's night show. I like that. Awesome. Yes. I want the levity cruise too. We are putting that together. Willie and I definitely want a levity cruise. It would be cool to have some of the guests who've been on with us as well. I love that as well. So we're working on all of that. All right, Gaye. We're going to say goodnight. All right. Time to take the jacket and hat off and go into the casual clothes and have a bite to eat. We didn't get a chance to eat yet. Putting the shows together, this had a lot of elements. Our shows, as opposed to just talking or playing an instrument or whatever, or We have a lot of production elements involved with this show. A lot. Even from the intro with, the Gilligan and everything. And they all wish you good night, too. The cast of characters wish you good night. Got a lot of moving parts that are happening during this show. So I do sleep well at night. Well, Jim, you and I are going to be up all night. Wine is sugar, and that keeps me awake. Although this wine is called Relax. This is Riesling, so this actually does the opposite. Night, Jim Bob, you got it. Rest your legs and feet. We're going to do that right now. We may eventually do some of these shows back to sitting. PJs and Jammies next. You got it. All right, gang. Love you all. Thanks once again to our amazing guest, Paulette McWilliams, and everybody for all their wonderful love and support of the show and the series. Spreading the word, telling everybody, sharing the links, posting on Facebook, comments on YouTube. You can see me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and Periscope and Twitch at Jim Masters TV. And at a platform near you. Good night, Fortnite Gaming. Good night. See my mom in a few weeks. Yes. And hopefully you'll join us too. We've got amazing guests. We're here every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So we'll be here tomorrow night too. Good to have you with us. You're now a levity. The Fortnite, the viewers are now going to introduce you to what it is to be a levity, which is actually a cool thing to be in our world. All right, gang. Christine in North Carolina, good night. Jim Masterful, Mr. Levity, you now have a long name. I know. Masterful came from Peppy. Well, he's always called me that, and I call him Peppy Peppy. Now that's funny. All right, gang. Time to say goodnight. It's time to say goodbye. Night, night from Wichita and Maryland. I know. All right. 3, 2, 1. Cue the music. Cue the Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra. The Singers Orchestra ready? You guys ready, Singers and Orchestra? Okay. The Singers and Orchestra are ready to do the close that is going to have Jen is Zen jump out of her chair, and she's going to be dancing when she hears our closing theme, which is same as the opening theme that she loves so much. So, the Singers and Orchestra are poised. The Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra, they are ready. Yeah, a big fancy chair for the interviews. That'd be nice, huh? Levity hug. Levity hug to you as well. To you as well. And there we go. Whew. There you go, Willie. Now you can go to bed. There's your tulips. Now Willie can sleep. She saw her Dutch tulips. All right, gang. You're standing ready for the Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra to do our theme song, right? All right. They're ready to perform. They are poised. All right. So, Jim Masters, thank you for all the love. Once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. You have a beautiful day. Ready to dance. Get ready to kick up those heels. Don't trip on the cat. All right, gang. See you tomorrow if you're here. If you're not, all the shows are in the archives at Jim Masters TV on YouTube. We love you all. We appreciate all that you're doing, spreading the word about the show and joining us every night. More new people join all the time. And as you spread the word, which we're doing as well, but as you guys do it, more people discover this cool community we've created here on the internet. That's right. That was the music playing for Jen. And here it comes. Yeah, what I just sang. That's right. Here we go. Jen, get ready to dance. Jim Masters saying goodnight. We'll see you tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show Live. Cue the Singers and Orchestra. We're just about ready to go. Our final goodbyes. But these comments are coming in. 4 o'clock. What are you doing still up? I showed you the tulips, Willie. You're supposed to go to bed now. Fortnite Gaming. My dad plays the guitar, my mom plays the violin, and I play the cello at your school. That's cool. Those are all great instruments. I played the violin when I was a kid in school. I love the cello. And we've got our guitar right there, Fortnite Gaming. Cool stuff. Trifecta of great music. You keep up with the cello. It's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. One of my favorite instruments is the cello. No heels, flat on the floor, safer that way. That's right, as you dance to our theme to the Jim Masters Show Live. All right, gang, that's it. We are done. Just under 3 hours. Wow. I tell you, you know, for the price of admission, zero, we do provide a lot of entertainment value here on the show, don't we? All right. Ciao. Sayonara. Cheers. Avita Zane. And everything else. We will see you tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show Live. Hope you're here. Good night. Ready, Jen? Singers and orchestra? It's time to hit that music. Good night.